Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lost Caravan RPG and this episode of Impossible Landscapes. I am your handler, Doc Rimbo. I use she, he, or they pronouns. Apparently, she comes first tonight, which is fun. Here we are. Here we are at the beginning of the end, or as we title this chapter of the adventure, the end of the world. And end of the world of the end, and it's all a big thing. Anyways, and we're all together, and we're all with our gang ready to rock and roll. And as you can see, everybody is beautiful as always, and everyone here has, I don't know, baggage, stuff to take to this party, and we're gonna go around our little circle and find out what that baggage is. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna go around and tell everyone who you are, tell everyone what your agent's name is. I would love to know, and I don't want to ask too much. First of all, obviously lore drop, as we do every week. But I'd also like to know, as we head into these last two episodes, for your agent, what's the best possible outcome here? You know what I mean? Like, what's their wish in terms of stars and wishes? What is, and some of it's like obvious, but feel free to elaborate or whatever, if that sounds good to you. So let us go around our little cast circle here. You'll see that we have a blank window down there below. I wonder who that could be. Whoa, we don't know. But next to them is our friend Turk in this pod like Zabulba. Turk.
Shewata.
Pudo
Skywalker.
We just messed up this whole world. We just brought Star Wars into Carcosa. More like Starcosa. Am I right?
Well,
no, I'm not. Turk, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk Accented if you've been good. And good to hear. I will be playing Tommy Fornetti or Agent Maltese, whichever works. Firefighter out of Jersey City, here to survive. Fun fact about Tommy, went with the same girl to both years of prom before they broke up. And ideally for him, he gets out of here and all this yellow sign stuff just clears it out,
It's all a dream. Say it elsewhere, this thing.
Just escape is ideal, He's got a family, he's not too crazy. There's people he wants to get back to and a life he'd love to return to a normal version of. So
a nice thought.
Do
you have any lore for us for Tommy?
I just did.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he went to the prom both years with the same girl before they broke up.
Additional lore is also welcome. Oh, he went to the prom, that's right.
Yeah, I went to the prom.
Great.
It was a masquerade.
The only prom. And you were looking fine. Speaking of looking fine, Colin. Yeah. I was going to do this as a lore drop, but it's really not that interesting for me. Is out of the Impossible Landscapes cast, even with our guest, I have hugged every single one of these people now except for one, and you're on my list, Jana.
And I gave you a smooch.
It's with your noodles.
You got one smooch for me too.
I did get. Yes, you did get a smooch for me. Colin, how's it going, Smoochie?
Pretty good, sugar tits.
No.
I'm good. I pulled this old jacket out of storage to be a fancy Nicholas for this party we're going to. I haven't worn this in about 4 streamer years, so that's
wow, and that's like 300 human years.
Yeah, that's an uncountable amount of time. So yeah, I'm gonna play Nicholas. So I've been doing that for a while. Nicholas, I've been doing. How many episodes have we done this thing, Justin?
No idea, man. Almost 40.
40. Yeah, I would say I wasn't Nicholas for the whole thing, but Nicholas for a good third of that. And Nicholas is our performative mystic of the group. He was a charlatan who found out that magic was real, and also the fact that magic is real is like the least strange thing that he's learned. And also, reality doesn't exist. Lore drop about Nicholas this week is that he was offered a part on the medical drama House MD. But missed the audition, or missed the casting call, rather, I should say, the final casting call. He missed it because he got too in character and was, in fact, zooted on Vicodin. And did not make it to the casting call.
Sounds like Nicholas.
Yeah. Yep, fresh out of drama school and had his big break there almost alongside Hugh Laurie, a guy who he really respects, big fan of his work. Blew it like so many other things. Best case scenario for him, I think, would be to be cast in the remake of House MD. Because he feels like he can get it right the second time. Now, I think Nicholas's like best case scenario for this King in Yellow thing is that like his is definitely not the same as Tommy's. He doesn't want to go back to the way everything was. He wants to go back to the way everything was, plus he is powerful. He in this world and in Carcosa, and even before we were in Carcosa proper, he's slowly unlocked a lot of abilities that he didn't know that he had, and that apparently the universe sort of preordained him for, so it would seem. So he believes, and so he doesn't want to lose that. That was really, really good stuff. That drug goes down real smooth. So yeah. I think he's a little scared that when this is all said and done, he might just be like ordinary again, and that's kind of a scary thought.
Mm-hmm. For as much character growth as Nicholas has gone through, he's still a megalomaniac.
He is still a megalomaniac. I mean, he's a guy who he is a guy, and I always have like way more sympathy for my own characters than I probably should, but like he is a guy who I think like a lot of us wants to feel set apart. He wants to feel different. And he wants to feel special. And not only that, he not only wants to feel that, but he has been given that, and now he's afraid it's going to be taken away.
Valid. Oh, valid. Okay, great. Well, thank you, Colin. Appreciate you. Love you very much. Speaking of people I love very much, Jana, I see you with those noodles.
Nice nudes.
The whole green screen chat, even before Jana, even before you were in, like it was just food. We were all talking about food and carbs, and I'm so hungry. And then you come on with your noodles, and wave them in front of my face.
I'm trying to warm up.
Are you cold up there?
I'm very cold.
What's it like up there, Fahrenheit wise, where you are?
Celsius, we hit -14 with wind chill because of the wind chill.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be like, I don't know, 20 degrees?
6.8 degrees.
Okay. We're at 0, baby.
Never mind.
We're
It
0
was
over
62
here.
degrees here yesterday, and I live in the north.
Yeah, as I said to the Target cashier yesterday, this weather's broken.
Yeah.
I just got caught in the cold for a while. That's why I'm a little lethargic. I'm warming up though. But anyways, hi, I'm Cyberella Draws. I'm playing Agent Million, aka the real Marianne Johnson, aka why are you stabbing me? Stop stabbing me. And piggybacking off of her is fake Marianne, also known as Deborah Johnson, or Deborah Brown, rather. Sorry, Deborah Brown, also known as Agent Maple. So there's a lot of things happening there.
Two agents in one.
Yeah, I'm 2 agents in one. As for a lore drop, Marianne had a crush on one of the PCs, and that crush died out last session. Crush just ended.
Fun.
Yeah, things happen. As for what would be ideal for her come the end of this scenario would be just not existing anymore.
Wow. That's grim, but doable. I'll tell you this much, Jana. This episode, I'm going to put in a romance interest just for you. I know there's only 2 episodes left.
It's not going to be Charlie, is it? Please
keep your eyes open. I'm not going to say no.
Who lips? Just for
I'm gonna-
kissing.
I'm gonna
You know what? No, you know
No
we have
agents!
you know how we have like lines and veils? I'm putting that on my line.
Damn it! It's too late. It's too late for that,
Our
Jenna.
line
That's
is
what Section
Charlie.
Zero's for.
The living
Well,
Well,
document.
I didn't know it existed, so
X
We'll
next
use the
card.
Charlie
X card if
fucking me.
Charlie shows up. We'll have
Next
an X
card is for
card.
Charlie. That's cheating.
Let's move on. To,
Please.
let's move on to Lonnie. Lonnie, your mask looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
It's no
How
duck
about
mask,
you?
though.
No. What does Mayday want? What does Thelma want out of this? Mabandon.
Mabandon. I think the craziest thing of all for her to look for in Carcosa of all places is herself.
Yeah.
I think that's one of those things where she's realized she's gone through a lot of changes since she first started, and she isn't sure if she wants to go back to how things are. She isn't sure if she wants to just stay here and be a duck boat captain for the rest of her life. She isn't sure. And I think
fulfilling
somehow
work.
with all of the enigmas that are happening here, it kind of makes sense that she is thinking like, well, maybe she can figure out her own enigma. Just in the
Is there
process.
one specific question about her identity that is still lingering that she wants an answer to, or is it just a big mess?
Not a specific question, but probably some kind of validation. So not like, yeah, just if so much has changed, does she make all the right choices?
That's a great question. And speaking of great questions, did you have a lore drop for us?
Yes. Thelma really likes to her favorite thing to watch on YouTube is slime tutorials.
Awesome. And as previously mentioned, I'm Doc and I'm your handler. I don't like cinnamon rolls.
Really?
Hey, there's no follow-up questions.
Not
coming.
even Toby's? Not even from Toby's?
That's another. What is this? We're just throwing the rules out the window now?
I'm sorry. They're Toby's cinnamon
Wait, no, I have
rolls.
a question for Cyberella. What is Toby's?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do.
I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
follow up
That's
on
valid.
that one. That was specifically aimed at Doc.
Oh, I don't know what Toby's is either, but it sounds. If it's cinnamon rolls,
Okay.
Is it Canadian?
sounds gross.
No, it's Minnesotan.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a Minnesota lore
Case
drop.
in point, I live in Minnesota and I've never heard of it.
I don't eat foreign food.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. All right. Let us go to Spookyville, if we can.
Spookyville.
And after Spookyville, get your ass up to Hinckley's, apparently?
Apparently, a content warning. This here game here. I'm gonna stop real quick. Tell you, this is a horror game, and it contains potentially disturbing content. Tonight's episode may include instances of or references to insanity as an in-game mechanic, so horror fantasy insanity, player character death or loss, abandonment, generally gross shit, violence, helplessness, death, undeath, Kelsey Grammer, body horror. We're at the end. The shit is fucked up. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh, I have to play music.
Yeah.
I press a play button. Here we go.
A play button.
I can't hear it. Can y'all hear it?
I don't give a shit.
I'm hearing
That's
it.
weird.
Oh, now
That
I
is-
do. Now I do. Yep.
Okay, then it's not going to my ears. Oh well, if you can hear it, that's fine. Escape is a myth. Revelation is a snare. Consumption is waiting. It's party time. It's hard now to remember what Delta Green is. It's some sort of secret agency, I think. Whatever it is or was, or purported to be, it's clear that it cared very little for individual lives, particularly of the people you see on the screen. They sent good people, not innocent people, but well-meaning people, usually, into a fight that they could never hope to win. The agents of M-Cell followed a trail of breadcrumbs into 1995's Operation Alice, and now they are well and fully through the Looking Glass, residents of Carcosa, the realm of the King in Yellow. It's become apparent that what they once counted as reality is lost, and even if they can somehow return to that life, they might not want to. Still, they persist, chased by comprehension toward the royal palace and their only possible next step of doing what Abigail Wright asked of them. Find the author, J.C. Linz, bring him the bottle, go to the party, the dance, the girl in blue, the one singing, "Nothing is true, except out is through." When we last left our agents, we were in the Gallery of Shades, an art gallery in the palatial district of Carcosa, with weird art, obviously, hypnotic art. And you went there along with a man named Ambrose, the architect of these clockwork inventions, in order to find invitations to the masquerade that's happening at the palace tonight. And every night. And you were looking for something called the Scribe, a clockwork machine that could compose these invitations for you. And Marianne wandered off in, I don't know, I don't want to presume, but sort of a funk, a sadness, and found said machine. She walked up to it, and as she did, she could tell that it was writing. And it was writing out the script of what seemed like a play, and said, "Marianne notices the scribe." And then Marianne asks the scribe, and then your line, your spoken words. And then when you offered it the chance to write you an invitation, it did. And she sat down on that dais, and then the rest of the group followed behind. And so everybody else, including Ambrose, all enter this room where there's this dais right in the middle, and nothing else but this, well, it's a mannequin, but it's dressed in French Baroque finery, big powder wig probably, and it has a quill in hand. And there is Marianne, seated, looking at this invitation. What do you do?
Well, she's not going to say anything, so she's just seated there on the ground.
Tommy's gonna look at the other two. I'm not fucking talking to her. When you two can get risk getting stabbed.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Colin forgot about that. Now I remember.
He did stab
Yeah.
Tommy.
I mean, I did say that her AKA, why are you stabbing me? Stop stabbing me.
True. True,
Yeah,
that did come up. True.
that did come up. But now it's all coming back to me quite clearly, the whole stabby McStabby part, yeah. I think he, like, Nicholas, kind of breaks from Mayday. And because they'd been, like, pretty arm in arm. And I think he, like, breaks from her and does, like, the, let me try to handle this thing, kind of, like, gently puts a hand out and is, like, gonna walk very slowly. And he walks past Tommy, and, doesn't elbow him out of the way, but just kind of walks past him, puts, like, an arm on his shoulders, like, let me handle this, and walks toward Maple. Maplin.
Maybelline.
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 Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she's stabbing people. And he walks toward, and I think, what would she respond to better? I think it. Oh, I haven't done this very much, but I think it fluctuates. I think he walks forward and is like, "Hey there. What do you have? Did they give you something? What is that?"
She'll lift it up so you can see it. It's the invitation, being like, you have to ask it for one. I try to ask for you all, but apparently it does it individually.
You now notice, Nicholas, as you make the approach, that this figure on the stand is writing. If you looked at it, Mystical Nicholas enters the room.
Oh, it's right, that fucking thing. Yeah. What is this? Do you write down everything I say?
Everything I say, question mark. It doesn't answer, but it writes what you said.
Fascinating. Titty sprinkles.
The gears and hydraulic pumps or whatever, ropes, whatever's inside this thing, spring into action as with a flourish it dips its pen and writes titty sprinkles on a piece of paper.
Cool. Very cool. Okay, my name is Nicholas Fowles, and I would like to go to the ball tonight. So, do you think you could perhaps make me an invitation?
It sets aside the script and slides over a blank piece of paper into it's almost like a hopper, you know? And quickly, with a flourish, word for word, just like the one you see on your screen, but addressed to, in quotes, Mystical Nicholas Fowles.
Join us at the palace, a masquerade to celebrate the new king. Come to dine, come to dance, come. That's what you're referring to, I presume?
That's what it says. Yeah, that's the one.
I think he reads that over and looks to Million / Maple. A new king? What do you suppose that's about?
No clue. I mean, from everything that's been hinted at with us, the king is constantly at this party, so I guess it's constantly a coronation. And maybe it's because everything that we've run into kind of implies that the party is the end of everything.
Ambrose is also sort of by the door and sort of nods.
Did my friend have that correct, Ambrose?
About the palace being the end of things,
Yes.
I suppose, if you believe in endings. It's the end, I suppose, of some things, but the beginning of everything, and also the end of everything.
The sort of singularity, point of creation and destruction, that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could. I suppose you could put it that way. I guess we won't know until the party starts.
Interesting. He looks to Mayday, and then looks back to Ambrose. What do you know about this new king? What does that mean?
The new king. There was a false king, I've heard. That's what people are saying. and we're going to usher in the king, I suppose. I don't know what's different.
Who was
But-
the full king?
Oh, I guess I didn't ask.
Was there some sort of recent upheaval? Coup d'etat?
Oh, always. Yes, Carcosa's been under siege for a while, and so all we know is that the royal family who lives at the palace, Camilla and Catilda Wout and
Catilda?
all of Camilla and the whole royal family who live there, and they have been throwing a masquerade just to lift their spirits, and there's supposed to be an important announcement tonight, and apparently it's a coronation.
Well, I suppose the king's coronation is probably the peak of every king's career, huh? Doesn't ever get better than that. Everything's downhill from there.
I don't know. I mean, what if they got like a slice of cake? That'd be nice.
Yeah, can't argue
I
with
think the other two should probably get their invitations.
that. So. It seems to be a simple process. Just ask and it is given, it seems.
I suppose. And so Ambrose turns to look at Thelma and Tommy.
I'll,
Yes, we'd both like.
I step forward, but in a wide circle around the stab range of one violent individual.
Yeah.
In the bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, she is not smoking.
It means an extra hand for stabbing.
Can you imagine, like, going to a doctor in the 50s?
Oh, wary.
Like, what? You're not smoking?
What?
gotta
You're not
think about
feeling
your
good,
health.
and you're not feeling good, and you have a lack of appetite. Put a cigarette in your
Have you
mouth,
tried
and you'll feel
smoking,
better.
Young man? Come now, you're 14. You're old enough.
Come here, boy.
All right, shit.
Yes, I approach.
Observing that. Go ahead.
I approach the righty man.
Yeah, Mr. Righty.
Scribbity scribe.
The scribe. And he describes your stage action, you know? Maybe writes in italics.
Right, okay. I need an invitation as well, so wanna get the chop in there and
Takes a piece of paper, sets it down onto the template, comes up with a invitation for Thomas Fornetti. No word of Mr. March on there, but
Easiest-
apparently your reputation has not preceded you in this case.
Damn. The easiest thing in the fucking world. Pocket it, and then step aside.
I'll approach, obviously, and I guess that leaves me. Could I have one as well?
Takes a piece of paper. There you go. And when you get it, it says Thelma Griffin Myers. And you look at that last name like, maybe it could have come out as Thelma Griffin, we don't know. You know, been away from Sam for a long time.
Geez, if the scribe knew that before I did.
It would be disturbing, right? That's real horror.
Real horror is knowing your marriage is over.
Real horror is a robotic scribe telling you your marriage is over.
There are worse reasons for a divorce than being abducted into Carcosa.
There are.
And so, hands it to you, and you're all standing there, and I think each one of you has this. I would imagine these are like large envelopes, you know? They're not like tiny. They are regal. and they've got some heft to them. Thick paper, a slight smell of cinnamon. And Ambrose says, well, there you go. I would imagine that once the party gets underway, you don't want to leave any loose ends or anything like that. I don't know what could be more important, but just a word of warning. I think I'm gonna go back to the factory and get back to work. I have to make a shipment of these books. The city never sleeps. I've got to mail them out. So back I go.
Sorry.
And then see.
He doesn't need to be as efficient at his job as he is.
Who, me?
Oh, you're still
I'm still in the room.
Yes, hi. I thought he was like actively walking away. Like
I was,
thought he
and
was
then
like, oh
he's-
yes.
I thought you wanted to tell me something. But I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very
Did-
much.
Did you happen to send one to a Sam Myers? Does that name sound
Oh.
familiar?
I don't know. I don't know where they go. I get the orders on what to make, and then I put them in a box, and one of my helpers goes down the well with them.
Do you ever wonder why? Do you know why?
He walks back in and walks up close to you and like takes you by the hand gently. He's got these calloused, withered hands of somebody who has worked with his hands for eternity. And he says, Thelma, you sound like you're crazy. Well, see you later, everyone.
Are those autographed copies?
What? No.
Oh.
He gets further away.
What? It's very strange.
Well, Marianne gets off the floor.
You okay?
I guess. No, but that's neither here nor there, isn't it?
Yeah, so... Do you want to talk?
There's not much to say that hasn't already been said between myself and Maple, so... thank you, though.
Right. I'm sure that there is, much to be said between both halves of your being. But I suppose what I'm saying is there anything you'd like to say to Tommy?
She'll turn to him. I'd like to be able to say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Oh,
Close.
so close.
No, it's... She takes a second and closes her eyes and thinks. I can't say sorry because in that moment it wasn't me. That's why I can't say sorry. Or rather, that's why I can't feel sorry. I can say sorry, but it won't mean it because I can't internalize it. So I can't really give you a proper apology.
I mean, you could try.
I'm
Just gonna dump on whoever's in the back seat right now?
No, it's not. it's you've had to have moments where you've lost yourself, right? All of this craziness, you've had to have moments where you've lost who you are. And so what I'm saying is that me at present, in this moment, being able to actually be conscious of what's going on, I wouldn't have stabbed you.
That's good. That's a blessing, right?
I'm sorry, there's nothing I can really do or say properly for this.
There is. Stay far away from me. Do not come close to me again until this is over. Until you have figured out whatever the hell is going on in your fucking head.
Tommy, come on.
No, I'm not gonna take it badly. You feel bad because you stabbed me. That is the appropriate thing to do. That is a correct series of events that should be happening. If this is the little bit of normalcy I get to hang on to today, or whatever fucking today is, I'm gonna keep it. We are this close to getting out of here, and I don't want to fucking die. Even if that doesn't mean anything? I don't know. I just heard that because this one tried to, take a knee at the 20 with a fucking mortar round, that they might not be able to proceed onward. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to play around with that. You got it, Magic Man?
Look, I think it's fair to say that whatever Maple Million, Deborah, whatever.
Marianne is just
Marianne.
easier.
I can't. I think it's fair to say whatever Marianne is experiencing is unlike, even in this weird reality, is probably unlike anything any of us have ever experienced before. And as he's saying that, he's looking at,
I'll
at you being like, wait, actually, maybe you do know.
I'll stay away from you. I'll do that.
All I need. We can work together as long as you give me enough room to see if you get another episode, and I need to back the fuck up.
Fair. I feel bad I can't say sorry. That's as far as I can go with it.
Would it help at all if you could maybe... What was that moment for you, Marianne? Like, what was happening in your mind?
It was like I was outside of my own body. And just watching, I guess the best way to put it is that what I was watching in my body taking over was just that feeling I get whenever I think of Asa Darabandi.
Oh.
Just
Oh.
kind of just the survival instinct. And that's it.
Do you mean the
And-
feeling you had before you killed him several times?
It's never gone away. The killing him thing never abated it. Maybe because, the hotel didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's because I don't mean anything. I don't know. I wasn't... Whatever that was, it wasn't aiming to kill you. Not that that wasn't, I guess, a possibility. Because of the knife.
I think we can all see that. Tommy,
But
does
will stay away.
that clear up anything for you, Tommy?
Things were fucking clear here. I'd be having such a better fucking time. Alright? Sure, you had an incident. That's why I'm asking you to give me space. Physically.
And I will.
You feel free to get as chummy as you want. He says, motioning towards Nicholas. Like, I'm trying to get everyone out of here alive and as unbroken as possible. So I'm really not trying to navel gaze at anything too hard right now.
I mean, I've done my best. Just sorry, it's not very good.
You are experiencing a type of cognition that probably very few, if anyone else, ever has. So I think, under the circumstances, and he kind of like looks at Tommy, I think under the circumstances, you're doing quite well. Other than that, certainly that was a slip up. That was certainly.
Listen, you don't have to bullshit me about it. It's fine. It's probably... Tommy's sentiment is probably the best thing to do. It's probably better to just treat me like I'm a rabid animal and just keep your distance from me anyways. All of you. And I'll just do my best not to get in the way, and... I mean, the one good thing I'm good for is taking a mortar shell, so that kind of stuff.
I just think it's important, he's like looking at Tommy, that we have empathy, right? For people who maybe are experiencing things that if we don't quite understand, maybe could be similar to something we may ourselves have experienced or be experiencing actively.
Oh, it's my fault that I'm angry after being stabbed.
No.
And that
no.
someone was staring at the wall of art that we were told, don't stay in a room and stare at the wall of art for too long. Don't get lost in the pieces, right? That was the warning we all got. And when it happens, get told, fuck you, you don't know anything, you must die! And, you know.
I wasn't lost. And he like looks back at Mayday.
Not you! I know you and Duck Girl over here were whatever that you're doing. I'm talking about this one. Started staring at art and said, no, I don't want to move on. That was my safety buddy. I'm not getting stuck here, you understand? I was trying to not let them get stuck here either. I got stabbed for that. And now I'm getting blamed for being angry about it.
No, that's not what I said.
Oh, you're just softly walking my way into the blame pool. Sure, I get you. I put my list of demands. There's
would
nothing
it
to
help?
therapize here. Nothing would help. I said what I needed to say.
No, I meant, would it help if I just left?
No.
I mean, I apparently come from here. So... there's no reason to, like, feel bad if I just stayed.
If we were gonna kick out every member of the party that explodes at one person at one point or another, I'd be kicked out at this point too.
But you also haven't, like, stabbed somebody.
Well,
Kind of feel like you know, that kind of crossed the boundary that...
oh, it did. It certainly did. But I mean, I think we have a high tolerance for weirdness here. Tommy, I'm not telling you not to be angry. I am telling you that you should go to therapy at some point. But I'm not telling you not to be angry. You have, of course, every right to be angry. You're very much entitled to your feelings. I'm simply asking you for a bit of understanding on our friend Marianne's part. Because I think, perhaps you have recently experienced something not so dissimilar, and you would do well to remember that.
Alright, first off, I've been to therapy. Fuck you for assuming I'm sort of some hyper-masculine toxic fuck bro.
Okay, I did do that, so I...
And I have also agreed to not speak to that therapist anymore, because I've been doing this job for a long fucking time, alright? I know, you know, you're coming off of the Instagram Royale, whatever you got going on over there. But I've been doing this shit, and it's... I'm the nice one, alright? There was a good shot, you were gonna get someone a lot meaner. So, this is me being nice. This is where that being nice has gotten me. this is what we're down to. Here at the end. We shoot past this. Y'all end up on the other side of this, just good and somewhat normal people. We can have a little survivor's brunch. I'll even make fucking Sunday sauce for all of you. You know? I'll do the whole thing. It'll be a whole goddamn day. Barbecue, whatever you need. I'll buy the beer too. Just... I don't need to be soft-walked into letting my guard down right now. Not now.
I will make.
I think at the end of the day, boundaries are good as long as we all know we're willing to fight for each other if the time comes.
Stab some creep, sure. Go for it. You find Ace of Darabani, go off. Not me, not us. That's the line.
Maybe it would be just best if I just give up my weapons.
Giving up your weapons means anything in here. But pull it out of a fucking hat. It's not
Think
gonna
about
matter.
the
I
tiny
haven't
little
tried.
flamethrower I have in my pocket right now.
I think Mayday makes a good point, which is that we have all come this far together, and perhaps it would be good to have a sort of, before whatever happens, to have a last-minute reminder or affirmation that we are indeed all in this together, and that if need be, we will drag the others out of the fire, so to speak. I don't know, hands in? What? Sticks in the middle?
I just did a whole mini "we're all in this together" dance and no one acknowledged it, so.
I'm so sorry.
I was looking for a gif. Post in the chat.
I literally just was like,
Anyway,
Wolverines?
yeah.
Maybe we should just get going.
Well, I'll start.
If-
Tommy, despite the mean things that you just said to me, I would indeed pull you out of the fire if need be. You've done a very good job protecting me, and I would do the same for you. So there.
Yeah, right back at you. Been trying to do that for everybody, so... Sorry if this come off as a bit gruff, I guess.
And I
But...
appreciate all that you've done. Gives you a little, like, poke with the fist on the shoulder. You've done a fine job. You're clearly very good at what you do.
Yeah, just... Why don't you all do me a favor? Stop doing weird shit to yourselves. Just please.
What qualifies as weird here?
Anything that is outside of what we're set to do. I cannot believe I'm the fucking organized one here. Jesus. We have our invitations. We go to the palace. We find the one in blue, who I'm fairly certain is Abigail Wright. At least that's what she was wearing last time. Blue cat mask. Look at GM.
Sure you're not crazy. Who you
In
talking
room and
to?
Carcosa.
Yeah.
Sure you're not crazy. Who you talking to?
Justin Rimbo
Yeah.
walks out of a nearby room and goes, "Yup, yep." And
Thank
then
you.
Goes back the way I
Walks
came.
back, has a sip of coffee.
Who the
Yep.
fuck was that?
He's fine. He's been here the
He's
whole time.
hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been here the whole
I've
time.
been here. The,
Sure you're not insane.
And then we shoot out and through. Right through the middle of this bullshit. And if this Nexus thing we were all talking about was whatever it is, that's that. Anything else? Fuck it. I don't care if you hear your long-lost dog calling from far beyond the reaches. Here, it's not real. This shit's fucked. This shit's fucked, and any sightseeing is only gonna get us more fucked. It's up to us to figure out how unfucked we're gonna fucking get it out, alright? So just help me help you all, because I'm trying so hard to get you all out of here. I want you to live. And he points at Maybelline,
Marianne.
Marianne.
Easy.
One of the M words. Oh no.
One of the many.
You there, M name.
Listen, I fucked
No,
up
that's
by
all of
giving her-
us.
really
I
hope.
fucked up by, hey, I
Here.
fucked up by
Let's
giving
go
an
down.
M name to an M cell agent.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I thinking?
I really hope you fucking live. I don't know what it means that you're from here, or whatever, but out and through. That's all I want, okay? But you stabbed me, and so I don't want you near me.
That's a compromise. That's a good compromise.
Go. Are we done? Can we, like, do I have to pay you $500 or something, or will my insurance cover whatever this was?
I think we're done, I suppose. But
Although I need to just say right off the bat that I cannot make any promises that I won't be doing things that I can't do in the real world, because I drove a flying boat with my mind to get us here faster.
yeah,
And if I can do something else to get us out faster, I will.
I cast lightning bolt. That was pretty dope.
I guess if anything goes horribly wrong, just shove me in front of it. Apparently I'm indestructible.
Okay, that's actually not a bad strategy. Tommy, have you gotten to enjoy doing anything that you can't do in the real world since you've been here?
You maybe shouldn't think about it.
No, I have not, and I'm very grateful for that.
You don't want
No,
one
that's
on the road?
true. You made that plastic bag appear.
Yeah, great. Yeah, well,
You made a plastic bag appear?
Is it still on Tommy right now?
he pulls it out of his out of his jacket
It's
pocket,
tiny.
and no, it's just crumpled up and shoved in there.
Thelma steered a boat with her mind in the air, and I cast chain lightning, and you summoned a fucking plastic bag? Were you not possessed of a single shred of imagination as a child?
No, I got plenty
What
of
the
fucking
heck?
imagination. I'm just not
To be
trying to
fair-
go crazy.
To be fair, the more you think
True.
about the stuff that's happened here, the less your sanity is.
I'm sorry,
So,
that's
like,
very,
he really
that's
shouldn't
very
focus on
jarring.
it.
Every time you do that, it's extremely jarring.
What, you don't like my melodious voice coming out of this
I
cute
didn't
body?
say that. It's just that it's a. I feel when that voice emerges as if my testicles have shot back up into my
Well,
body.
seeing as the fact that I'm a lesbian, I'm okay with your testicles going right up in that body cavity. I don't need them anywhere near me, so
Nice,
Suppose
Maple.
That makes them ovaries in a way, so
that is more appealing to me.
it's just a cold shiver right up the gooch every time you use that voice.
It's calming
And
for
I-
me. All right, so that's all that matters.
Well,
And
that's
if-
nice. We found something that calms you down.
If it might also please the Midnight Society we got here,
Wow, good reference.
I'm full of them. Why don't we get the fuck out of here?
Well, because I don't want to yet.
Oh, Jesus. All right, back up. That's when they start stabbing.
Hey, I ain't gonna stab nobody.
You heard what Ambrose said. Once we go there, that's probably it.
You see why that makes you want to get there faster then.
I see why it makes you want to get there faster, yeah.
Just race to the end of the world.
Yeah.
Into this world, maybe.
Point is, Tommy, the ball, from everything we've heard and seen, the ball happens every night, every day. Whether we go now or go later, I don't think it makes much of a difference, honestly. It's always happening.
Is this what you kids call, like, the rest? What is it, like, a long rest or something? And then, like, those TTRPGs?
Dungeons and Dragons
Wait,
traditionally
there's-
uses that, yes, but
I fucked the guy who created that. And by fucked him, I mean he's a man, so I punched him in the gut. He was really misogynistic,
You
honestly.
punch Gygax in the balls?
Oh, that was his name, yeah. Well, he said this whole thing about how, like, women shouldn't be playing his game or something like that. So then I kicked him in the taint.
I'm about to start railroading up in here.
yeah.
I mean,
Let's
I'm sorry,
please.
I couldn't help it.
This museum is dangerous. You can have a moment maybe out on the street where there's only people constantly going through a cycle of harming each other and not us.
Hey, big man. How about you and I just step over there with this body being away from you, mind you. But let's just go over here for a second.
We all just collectively move in one direction.
Come on over. She walks over to like the corner of the room.
I'm just stand by the exit to this hall. Make sure the room doesn't change or something by keeping one foot planted in each across the entryway. That's his idea of being the anchor here.
The room remains the same.
That is important narration in this context.
I am providing context.
At least in the middle of the room, next to a scribe, is two people who hopefully will have a conversation.
And the scribe is still going at it. He's recording all of this.
Leans over to the scribe. Could you stop fucking writing for like a second, please?
Like a second, please.
Does he have
How
a
big is
mouse
a
button?
scribe?
Scribe is human-sized.
Okay, you see the demeanor change in, since Tommy didn't come over, the demeanor changes from Mabel back to, to Marianne, who, walks over and just picks over the scribe.
Scribe tilts over. And then, with one hand, reaches back up to the top of the table and keeps going.
We probably could just take his paper away.
I take his pen away.
Yeah, take his pen.
He turns his head slowly
Oh no.
and looks at you.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Reaches
whatever,
out,
man. Or, not Maple Voice, sorry.
opens a drawer full of pens. Pulls out a pen.
Okay,
Closes
never mind. You're
the
gonna have to go
drawer.
to a different room if you want to talk,
Alright.
not buy this thing. I tried my best.
Thank you.
I'll walk back over to the corner.
I just think, before we go, there's just a lot of things I'd like to see. It's an art museum, right? So, I don't know, I just wanted to take a stroll.
Just around this room, or else Tommy might get a little mad.
I think maybe just one last time before the end of the world, I want to not give a fuck what Tommy thinks.
I guess that caring about what people think in one moment is kind of a weird concept in a world like this. Kind of looks over at Tommy. Is Tommy actively staring?
No, he is standing with his feet planted, looking down to make sure nothing moves, and is doing his best to give you both space to do whatever the fuck you have to do in order for you guys to get out of here.
Is there a direction to go that is the opposite of the direction that Tommy is standing in the
my
doorway?
fucking...
Knew it!
I think he, like, leans in and looks at Tommy, like, corner of his eye, and then looks at Thelma. Make a run for it?
She's gonna try to, like, hike up the ball gown she's wearing.
Yes, let's all remember that Thelma's dressed like a green duck.
She kind of gives you that look of like you're on, and does like try to like hike up her dress so she can hopefully run.
Count 3. 1,
Count of 3. 1,
2.
2, 3.
Go. Where are you going?
I don't know.
What room?
Okay.
What room does it take us to next? It seems like
Yeah,
the ring
I don't know.
shifts anyway.
Yeah,
We don't
you
have
don't
enough.
know where
You-
we're going. It's whatever's next.
You run down a hallway and you come to a 4-way intersection, left, right, or straight.
Never straight. I mean,
Left.
yeah, left.
I
Left-hand
don't
path, baby. Always the left-hand path.
You go left. You take the left-hand path. You come to the end of the hallway, and you enter a room that has mannequin after mannequin, all dressed in different costumes. There's some with armor on, some with fancy clothes on, and each one has a little placard in front of it. And I'd like both of you to make me a sanity check before you have this touching scene.
Where to
What a
God.
time to hit a breaking point, eh?
Or hey, remember what happens to me if
Oh,
I
yeah. Yeah. Oh, Justin, you absolute bastard! If this
A 91 over 26 for
oh
Lonnie.
my god.
That is a failure. Okay. And for Colin, a failure.
34.
Wow, Nicholas is crazier than Thelma now.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Last time, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe before. Both of you lose 1d6 sanity
Oh my god.
because
Much.
you.
So much.
Yeah. It's
Oh my god.
it's a 5. Do you want to project that onto one of your bonds?
Oh man. I mean, yeah. Because I need every last point I can get right now. I
Yeah.
want to wreck my relationship
Okay.
with my dad.
Oh no! But what? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like let's drive it like we stole it.
Yeah.
Roll me a d4.
Be more than happy to.
Okay. So your relationship with your dad goes down by 3, and you take 2 points of sanity loss
Okay.
instead of 5, which is
That
good.
is better. That is better.
And I would love to give some context here. As you're in this room, and you see all of these different, outfits, you realize that you could make a masquerade outfit out of this stuff if you wanted to. But why would you? You look fabulous, both of you.
True.
And you realize that the little placards in front of these mannequins have gibberish written on them, just random letters. And you feel like you're being watched in here.
Man, that changes the fucking energy.
It sure does. Sorry, I didn't mean to punish your getaway. You wanted to stay? Yeah, you wanted to go find another room. Here you go.
So does that mean I also have to do my thing?
Can you
Roll
project?
sanity.
Have you? Well, you've lost 2 points of sanity, but it's not a 4 or a 5 or more. So you wouldn't have a breakdown, and also, you haven't had breakdowns here in Carcosa,
Well, that's true.
even when you hit your breaking points. So no, you just lose sanity points. If you hit your breaking point, you can renew it and take it lower. What you don't want is to hit 0 sanity.
In Carcosa specifically.
We're flirting with that,
Alright.
but
You're flirting with each other, and now
Oh.
back to the conversation.
I think honestly, I think she actually starts with that. I think she walks up to one of the closer mannequins. She's kind of just looking up at it, she kind of like puts her arms like around her, like kind of across her chest, and do you ever feel like you love and hate this place at the same time?
Yeah, pretty much all the time. Pretty much every moment that I'm here.
Nothing here is straightforward.
No, and that's kind of beautiful, isn't it?
If I look past certain things, yeah. If I
don't
let
know what-
myself sit there and do that.
I don't know what Tommy doesn't see in it. Because, yes, it is illogical and non-Euclidean and doesn't make any sense most of the time, and you could literally find anything around any given corner, but it's kind of wonderful for that reason, too. It's like imagination made manifest. What could be greater than that?
As someone, I don't know, I feel like I've always just... I can see where Tommy's coming from. It's weird to just let go of logic, but... Once you let yourself, it... I don't know, you're not mad that we dragged you out here anymore, right?
And he walks toward her. Oh, no, I got over that a while ago.
This chaos is... Oh my god, it got so quiet.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sorry, I forgot that you wouldn't hear the writing from here, so I turned it off.
Oh, I see. That's what that was.
Mhm.
But no, I'm not mad about it anymore. I'm grateful, actually.
Probably the first time I've ever heard someone say they're grateful for being kidnapped.
Nothing else makes sense here. Why should that? No, I mean, I actually, I don't think I'd trade it for the world. I mean...
No?
No. No, we got to stand on the shores of Carcosa. I mean... How many people have done that? Probably none.
I got to fly a boat with my mind.
You did. Can't do that in the real world.
Whatever that place is, either.
I don't think it matters.
It's weird to think that. But again,
Yeah.
I don't know what This place has given me a lot of freedom, and I don't always know what to do with it. But I'm curious. And that's exciting.
And takes a step toward her. What are you curious about?
Told myself. I guess about you.
I think I've pretty well spilled my guts already. You've even heard both of my accents. No one else gets to hear that. They're both me, by the way. I think Marianne thought I was bullshitting, but I grew up between two different places that were very different, and you sort of, I'd communicate with my father like this, and I'd communicate with my mother like this, and at the end of the day, they're both equally me.
At first, it was hard to tell that, but kind of nice knowing that. It's nice knowing that you're not just mystical Nicholas. Illusionist extraordinaire.
Flash powder.
Oh, great. Ooh, sparks are really flying here.
No, you tell you what, I haven't told any of you all this, but back home, when I was growing up, for at least part of my teenage years in New York, I was, get a load of this, Nick. Ugh, right? Nick.
Who is that?
I don't know. But I think I left him behind a long time ago. The only thing I got left of him is this accent.
I like it.
And who were you? Who was Thelma Griffin? Before you made your name unnecessarily long.
Part of it was to try to keep the identity, but I think she kind of got muddled over time. She really loved history, and just learning everything she could about the world, and it just... I think she got her nose so stuck in books that all of a sudden when she realized that... this sounds so corny. I don't think she had a personality. There was so much studying to get into college and studying to get into graduate school, and she never really had the sense of wonder. So I think I'm still kind of figuring it out. I was married once before Sam.
Really?
High school relationship, just trying to, I guess, get out of my family's house, get away, go somewhere.
So that
Wasn't
didn't
good.
go- Sorry.
No, it's... I've learned a lot about what I'm not. Still trying to figure out where that leaves me, though. But I feel like that doesn't matter. At least right now it doesn't. It feels like I've known myself better the last...
Time.
Yeah, that.
You know what I think?
It's nice. What?
I think nothing else matters except who we are. Because whatever's on the other side of this, we have always been ourselves, even if ourselves have changed from time to time, even if we've evolved. There's still a continuous presence that I call Nicholas. That's existed since New York and London and Boston, and since I got kidnapped and thrown in a truck and driven across rural Connecticut. The one constant, and of course Carcosa, the one constant has been the experience of still knowing that I'm me, a bit of a think therefore I am, I suppose. And whatever happens on the other side of this, I feel at least certain that I will still know that I am Nicholas, or mystical Nicholas, or Nick, when everything's said and done. It's all still gonna be me. But I mean, for me at least, the one other constant has been you. You were the first one here to treat me like something more than a liability, at least.
Well, after a while, it's... I couldn't just let you be confused because I've been confused and I had answers that I could give. And
Did I ever draw a card for you?
1 second, I just realized that my battery is dying on my laptop, and I think that shouldn't be happening right now.
And so we cut away back to the
No, I'm
scribe
back.
room.
No, wait,
Oh,
no,
damn it.
what? No.
What? Okay, no, wait. And we cut away for 2 seconds in a Family Guy style cutaway. See.
You thought that was bad.
Marianne and Tommy's standing there. Let me go back.
Did I ever draw a card for you?
I think so.
Oh. That feels like an oversight. I think I did it for everybody else. Huh. Okay. Well, the way I like to do it, and, granted, this is because I was a bullshit artist and I didn't really know anything about cards, to be honest with you. By the way, truth, I'm probably not revealing anything you didn't already know, but I never knew anything about this tarot card thing. I thought the pictures were pretty, and I was pretty good at making it up as I went along, and a lot of people seemed to really like it, so I just started posting stuff on Instagram, and, one thing led to another. But...
And thus, Mystical Nicholas was born.
Yeah. Born of winging it, pretty much. But I've been told from people who know better than me that a lot of my bullshit is actually kind of how it's supposed to work. The cards are supposed to give you images and notions of ideas, and then you just kind of go off what you feel. And that, so say the real mystics of the world. So they say that is more true than anything you can read in a book about what a card's supposed to mean. So maybe I'm onto something, I don't know. But my preferred method is that I prefer to draw 3 someone and ask them which one they think represents them. I feel like that gets at something, at least. It also has the charlatan's benefit of making it so that whatever they pick, I can say, oh, of course you picked that one because X, Y, Z. So, sure, let's try it.
Okay. So I just go based off of the pictures too?
No, just, holds up the deck. Just grab 3 from anywhere, and he kind of, fans the card out.
She'll kind of be looking and trying to pick specific ones. Obviously no rhyme or reason to it, but She'll look contemplative as she's grabbing them. And I think she'll lay them out at the feet of the nearest statue. Or hand them back to you, I guess, so you can do that.
The mannequin that has been chosen as the surface is dressed in, it's weird, it's like a shawl of like rags and tatters. Doesn't seem like a costume worth celebrating.
Interesting. Huh. By the way, I don't know if that was clear. What I meant was that you're picking them face down, so you don't know what you're picking. Like, that was...
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
But like if someone plays out a deck of cards to you, you're still gonna be like, ooh, the
Oh, yeah.
middle one. Like you still have
Right,
preferences.
right.
You're not just
You're
gonna
going
like
off
grab
the
3
vibe.
from the middle and be like, here you go.
Right, going off the vibe.
Yeah. I think as you're laying them out, she'll obviously like lean, like she'll kind of brush up against you as she's leaning to see what you're doing.
No peeking. I'm thinking.
Oh.
Okay, well... This first one I wasn't expecting at all. But you know what? No, I shouldn't say anything because that will color your choice. So... let me just reshuffle so you don't know which one I was talking about. Okay. Now, mind you, they're all in French. La force. Strength.
Okay.
Wrestling a lion. Fascinating. Okay. Second, you chose temperance. Temperance. Oh. La Imperatrice. The Empress. Who are you, Thelma Griffin Myers?
Would it be vain of me to say I like the idea of thinking I'm the Empress? At least in a place like this where I've felt anywhere near what I imagine maybe they feel like.
Not at all. Could you do me a favor? Just for a moment. Would you take your mask off?
We don't
She
have
has
that
no
mark.
mask.
No, mask.
I'm naked.
And he takes the card, and once you take the mask off, he like puts it up next to you. Oh yes. Yes, you're definitely the Empress. Here. You can keep that.
Thelma, when he hands it to you, somewhere in the space between his hand and your hand, the details on the card start to take on details that are specific to you. The woman depicted there, an empress, not that you know this, but a symbol of feminine authority and strength and beauty. You could swear that it was modeled after you. But whether it was like that when he first looked at it or not, you're not quite sure. Did it change? Maybe.
I think she kind of holds it and she's. How did you do that?
How'd I do what? Oh, the card?
It didn't look like this earlier, did it? And she'll kind of flash it back at you.
You know what that card means, right?
No, you just told me to choose it. Figured you'd interpret it from there.
The Empress is the height of feminine power, inner strength, beauty, wiles, charm, intelligence.
And you think I chose the right card?
I think you've always been the Empress. And I think the card just reflects that. Thelma?
Yes.
I think I'm about to kiss you. Is that alright?
So? Yeah.
Good.
And she'll kind of take a step closer, but not bridging the gap.
And he, like, looks down at his cards, kind of, like, nervously shuffling them in his hand. And he, like, notices that the top card, it's an old, like, nervous tick. He kind of, like, pops out the top card. He notices the top card is the House of God. And La Maison Dieu. So there's nothing else left but to go to the end of the world. Only one stop left. So fuck it. And he just, like, puts his arm around her waist and pulls her in, like, a deep kiss.
I think at first she has it's still like something new where she's a little rigid at first and she just realizes very quickly that it just feels like exactly where she's supposed to be, and she just kind of melts into it. You kind of just feel her relax.
Yeah, I think same. Just sort of meld.
And I think when we finally do end up pulling away, she will, like, are we still wearing our masks?
Well, he asked you to take yours off, so.
That's fair. That's fair. I just put mine back on because it's hard to untie it.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Oh, I
Okay.
didn't know it was tied. Alright, when you didn't ask.
No, it's okay. I probably could have lifted it off, but it's also the headphones that are just blocking the way. But
Focus. We're all invested. Come on, back to the smooching.
Yeah, I think they took the masks off. Also, I just
Okay.
like that symbolically.
yeah. I think she'll pull back and she'll say it's nice to fully know you, Nicholas.
think he's like utterly breathless, actually. like utterly fucking breathless.
Right.
But, like, you know, hey, when you build up to it for a long time, you know, it's a lot.
I think if you don't do anything, she'll give you like another quick little one.
We don't have to. We can stay here a little while longer, right?
Time doesn't exist.
Color spin. Bzzz.
Tommy's probably losing his fucking mind right now.
Tommy's
I'm
actually
listening.
looking at his watch that doesn't actually have an accurate time at all. And he's like,
We'll
they're
say.
late.
Yeah. Tommy looks at his watch. It says Sunday sauce on it and nothing else. And I think just to like hand wave this a little bit, you know, you
Yeah.
stay there. And as you concentrate on the passing of time, as you have previously in Carcosa, it slows. And for as corrupt as this place is, it gives you the space you need to experience this before you go to the end of the world. And I think later, when that's over, we see the two of you leave that room, and that mannequin, the one in rags and tatters, turns and watches you go behind your back, as if to say, I was supposed to attack them, but that was just too sweet. And
Watch the entire time.
he was just like,
Fucking creep.
I didn't want to say anything. I'm a monster. I have a 55% lethality rating to kill one of them, but that's okay.
It just
That's
got a little
not-
too awkward.
Yeah.
I know it's like we just made out, but like if you're cool with this part too, Lonnie, I think like
Yeah.
when they go back, I mean, I would like it if they're just like holding hands, like they're not trying to hide it. Like everybody knows exactly what just happened.
I mean,
Mhm.
the whole lead up to this was very middle school. Like, I'm gonna be over here, so you guys can
Yeah.
have a conversation.
Yeah,
So yeah, yeah.
his hair's all
And so-
fucked up. He's like, obvious.
I'm actually
got a
holding-
bit of a tent going on.
I'm holding my
It's-
mask by the string in my other hand.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Maybe I'm holding your mask,
Just
honestly.
like from
Yeah,
the
yeah, you
you're-
got mine too. I love that. 'Cause I didn't want
And-
to explain it.
With wordless understanding, the four of you leave the gallery of shades. And you start
Oh.
this.
I was gonna
Long-
talk to Tommy, but
Okay.
Okay, you can.
we gotta go to the party.
I
It's
want these
fine.
moments. Do it.
I don't
Go
want to
ahead,
put
let's have
talk
it.
out.
It's a finale.
I don't want to put
Yeah.
talk out. Yes. As we stand in this room for indeterminate amount of time,
Do it.
Mhm.
at some point, Marianne just says, I kind of wish you hadn't said that earlier.
You're gonna have to be a lot more specific. Oh, good, that's back.
About, yeah, no, that was really quiet because we weren't talking, and I guess it just didn't have anything to say. About wanting me to live. That part.
Okay. Not gonna take it back.
No one, when I showed up, asked me any questions about really anything from before. I mean, granted, it was all about what was going on at the time, which was very dire for all of you, and I got that and kind of tried to focus on it. And I was focusing more on my, unbridled hatred for Therabandi. But, no one really ever asked me about me. And so saying that you want me to live just feels weird because I don't exactly know what to live for.
It's better than being fucking dead.
Is it?
Yeah. Look, you got your life stolen by Maple, right? So, like, don't you got a bunch of stuff you want to see and do that's not fucked?
I mean, I went to the States from, I'm originally from Barbados. I went to the States because I was trying to broaden my horizons. I was going to go to school for business because I was going to take over my family's business. My family dealt in Freon and made a lot of money off that, off of refrigeration, which looks like we would have had our heyday up until the 92. Seems like that's when the FDA started, pulling back from that. So, but we would have gone for a long while. It would have been really nice. But it was kind of planned out for me because 2 years before, my parents died. And so the idea of living, it's like, I'm out of time, out of place, potentially out of my mind. And I was really, really bent set on just not being there anymore. And then you had to go and say that. And I guess it kind of puts it in my head. What if I decided to just, to be?
That'd be nice. I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but it could be nice to not be constantly worried about some weirdos in gas masks hunting you down, or a bunch of people suddenly acting like they're in a fucking play script. Bunch of people killing each other. I mean, I'm not sure you can work past that Ace of Darabani stuff, but like,
I don't know, I mean, I can't, there's just, I've tried not to think about it too much. There's just been so much in my head. I mean, I have up in here, thanks to Maple, all this history of what happened, so many decades later, all these things I got to miss out on the I mean, the civil rights movement alone. Yeah, people landing on the moon? I mean, that's... And kind of insane that never happened again, as far as I know. Like, seems a little zany.
we took other missions to the moon.
Well, the people haven't been there, I meant, but it's just...
Yeah, we have.
Sorry, that is a bigger deal to me than I think you understand, okay?
No, sorry. Yeah, yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, I wasn't alive for that stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like... It's
But-
just...
I don't know.
There's so much. And I don't know what your world looks like with me in it.
I mean, it's not really my world. It's just the world. It's whatever
You
you
know what
want.
it
I
is.
know, and I'm getting around to it. Just maybe ornery. It's whatever
Man,
you
I did
want.
stab you. and it deserves.
Yeah,
to
yeah. Okay, good. So, I think it's really whatever you want to make of it. Like, that's the whole best part about being alive. You fuck up and you get better. I mean, just look at those little fucking. Of course, they ran off.
Oh yeah, you didn't notice they did that like right away.
I have really been trying to keep this room, and that room with the exit, that room. So, you know what? I don't even have time to be mad at them. But I mean,
Well, they're both insane, so I guess they'll find their way back.
yeah, great. Yeah, good. Yeah, well, I mean, Thelma's fucking married, so clearly the whole point about this is people just doing the best of what they got right now. I don't know, sounds like pretty good advice.
Well, thank you.
Just pick something. Pick something to be excited about. I'll cook you some good food. That's day one thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is Sunday sauce?
Oh, come on. You haven't had a full day Sunday roast? I mean, you just make a sauce all day and throw up some meats and make your own pasta?
No, I mean, back in Barbados, we normally had like saltfish, so.
Alright, well, it's not that. So,
Alright, well, I can't promise that I can't promise that I'll make it. I legitimately do not know what it means for me to be from here. I don't. But I will try.
that's all I need.
If anything, to make up for stabbing you. Would stabbing me make you feel better at all?
No! No!
Asking?
Not. Oh, jeez. Just maybe act like you can die. And then you might end up accidentally living.
I mean, yeah, but I do still stand by what I said earlier, is that if there's trouble and I can be a buffer between it, it's probably safest to do that. But
Safest, maybe. I'm not looking for anyone to jump on any other grenades. It's
I mean,
just-
if there's another mortar shell, I should really take the mortar shell. It did help Nicholas.
You know what's really funny? You should run. We had the chance to run and get away very easily.
He didn't run, so I tried to save him. By the way, she's actively under that mask. You can see she's actively smiling. She's kind of having fun with
Okay,
this.
You
yeah.
can also hear the scribe writing furiously, probably in bigger letters than before.
Clearly, a lot of subtext in the scene, buddy.
He looks at you and gives you the finger.
Everything in Carcosa is really spicy, isn't it?
Tonight.
Well, it's the last night. Gotta make it count. Oh gosh. Gotta go smooch somebody, even though we've all been seeing them staring at each other. God, she wants to have an extra fucking marital affair. She has to have it in goddamn Carcosa.
If you're gonna have
I mean,
Like, go big.
I guess I don't know. I've never had a boyfriend, so.
Well,
Yes, sir, Tommy.
no. He stabbed me. This whole conversation.
Hey, why don't you stab her back, but
Stop.
in the fun way?
Take it to Wattpad, you deviants. But-
Y'all
You know, for a
wrap
hot
up this
second-
conversation. I need to move back in the corner.
we'll gripe.
Over here.
We'll gripe about the
Yeah.
two of them missing, and I'll explain the intricacies of just taking it to Vegas or something, or just fucking once and then going your separate ways.
Did
Hats
we
off for
not
hot-
run straight past you?
No, you
Was
guys
it
ran
the other
I
way?
think.
Went the
Oh.
other way. Yeah.
we
gone.
went the
Oh.
opposite direction from wherever they were.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know why. For some reason, as soon as she said, "Should we book it?" I thought we were like running straight past him.
Like bolt pass. No, my idea was no. We're doing
I
our
did-
self-indulgent bullshit before we all die.
I did for a hot minute though, was comprehending whether the person she had a crush on was either Nick or Tommy.
I mean, it's a hard choice.
Was a hot minute. Yeah, Mr. March.
I mean, personally, Mr. March is where I would lean, but
You could do worse.
But I also could do better.
yeah.
Not much better.
All right, you can move us on now. I'm sorry.
No, I want self-indulgent bullshit.
I just
With
wanted that moment.
One episode of self-indulgent bullshit, and then one episode of horror.
With asynchronistic timing, because where they were, the time moved differently.
True.
Thelma and Nicholas return at that moment. And the four of you, maybe wordlessly understanding what's going on here, self-indulgent bullshit, all make your way towards the exit, which is right there. And you all sort of file out. And the last shot we get of the scribe, who sort of finishes writing what he's writing, puts down his pen and goes, "Oh!" and he gets a cigarette and lights it up and starts smoking.
Hey, that's where a pack of cigarettes went.
You, you make your way across this enormous cobblestone mall towards the palace. You can see the top of it, but as you round, it comes into view. You round a corner, and you can see the palace in all of its majesty. And it strikes you as strange that up until now you could see it all the time, but now you get this overall impression of a place that is the center of Carcosa, of an alien realm that absorbs all places into itself. It is, well, it's palatial. That's redundant. It is enormous. It has these large gates outside in the front. And as you approach, you can see that at the gates, there are guards standing there. They have red velvet coats with golden piping, and on each of their heads, they have these golden lion masks. So similar to Tommy slightly, but they are like solid gold covering the top half of their faces. And in one hand, they have these enormous hooked halberds. And at their sides, you see holstered revolvers.
Oh.
And you can see, stretching out away from the gate, there is a line of people. It is so long, it must be at least 100 people. It stretches down sort of around the corner. And when you draw close, you realize that there at the front of the line is a familiar figure. Not at the very front, but maybe 2 people down is, well, I don't know, Sam?
Not English,
would you like
just
to?
Sam.
Yes, hello.
Sam.
This is Doc. Sam, would you like to come on in and tell us what Aaron looks like in this moment?
Yeah. So Aaron is of course wearing a mask. And I think that's like the first thing that's noticeable is like this insect mixed with like a deep sea creature. It sort of has like this really dark sheen to it, with like spindly antennae going up, but then there's one single stalk that is like arching above with like a glowing ball above her head, which kind of like casts like a really nice glow to her dress, which is like this 1920s cut, like reminiscent of like Great Gatsby, like soiree. Which like the under like shift of the dress is like a golden color, but and the top is a black lace. And it's decorated with these strange like amber beading. That if you guys get closer, there's like little beetles inside of each one of those beads.
Ah, the Beatles.
Amazing.
But yeah, she's just standing there, and she is in rapt conversation with like this
Yeah.
shorter gentleman.
She's talking to this one guy who's standing next to a short man, who has a mask that looks like it's like a quail or some sort of a bird that also has like a little thing sticking up at the top of it. And as you get close, you can hear the conversation. And he says, "So Captain Jack Sparrow, he wanted to know what happened to all the rum. But the joke is he drank it because he's an alcoholic. And they're stuck on an island, and that's the plot of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie."
But then you said there was another one.
Yes, I think so, but the only one we had at the Broad Albion was that one. And so when the people coming, and he notices you and he says, "Hello, strangers who I've never met before. I'm a mysterious figure."
Fuck off, Charlie.
Are they trying to cut in line?
And that's
Is it
where we're
okay?
gonna take our break. I think that's a good moment to stop because we've been going
Fuck
for
off,
a
Dirk.
while now,
Same.
and Charlie's here. I got the Charlie joke in, and Sam's here, so Sam will be with us when we come back. But we're gonna go on maybe 10 minutes or so, and when we return, it's party time at the palace. So everybody stick around and be back in just a minute. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome back, everybody, to Impossible Landscapes here as we near, apparently I'm Jeff Goldblum, where we near the palace of Carcosa. Yeah, I took the character from Colin, yep, and he took it from Jeff Goldblum. And going to a party. Yes, a party. So we are joining our group as they arrive. They near the palace. They see this long line of party goers outside, and among them you find your old friend Aaron Maynard, aka Agent Anglerfish, aka Gold Bug Addict, who has died several times and has been given over completely to the power of the King in Yellow, but she's here at this party. And also a mysterious and dashing figure standing next to her, who refuses to give you his name, but is quite obviously Charlie Antonucci, the elevator operator from the Hotel Broad Album. Just a little bit more of a description here. This line, this queue, is full of these people who are, well, they seem to be like sort of like high society types, but in a very Carcosa way. And so several hundred of them have full costumes and masks on. But the more you look at them, you see that behind all of these masks and hoods and hats and crowns and things like that, they have this yellow skin and these jaundiced eyes, loose teeth, emaciated skeletal bodies. And it feels like all of them, especially when you see Aaron and maybe approach, they all give you the eye. Like they're all like, no cutsies. And so they're all quite obviously like looking at you, and you could hear them whispering and talking behind their hands amongst themselves. But here is Aaron and her mysterious companion, who is telling her the plot of the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Take it away. Do more roleplay.
Okay, Tommy, I'm allowed to stab that one, right? At least.
Fuck all, Charlie.
Charlie,
You come at the king? Who's Charlie? My name is Mr. Party Guy.
look,
Are
Charlie.
we on the stairs?
No, it's like flat ground. But there is
Damn
like
it.
a large metal fence behind them, this gate.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlie Anglerfish. I don't ever think I really got your name. It's us. It's the people you OD'd in the room with.
Agent?
No. What? ACEL?
Oh.
Ugh. Not those losers.
You snorted something and then
A bug, I think?
I think you
No.
died.
I've been in this line. We're going to party, and you guys
Yes.
can't cut.
There's a party tonight, and me and my companion are going to the party for the king. And a
Angela-
voice like several people back goes, and there's no cutting.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what they say. Yeah, we're just gonna go in.
Look,
Do you guys have invitations?
of course we do.
I do.
Of course, when you think we're scrubs.
The people, the whispers and voices behind you grow in agitation as you talk about just going in. And one of the partygoers, he dressed in an outfit that looks kind of like a chessboard and has like a rook for a hat on top of himself, walks up and he says, if you insist on cutting in line, I'm going to call the guards. They will not grant you entry.
You get back in line, or I put that queen up your ass.
I kick him.
He'll do it too.
Okay, roll me an unarmed attack roll.
Oh gosh,
Remember
kicking.
this?
Yeah.
Remember rolling?
No, I'm not
Yeah.
doing that, actually. I think this is referring to
Oh, okay.
Marianne's active kicking.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick him. Okay, sorry, unarmed?
Yeah. Because you're giving a big old
Ah, no, it's a failure.
Sparta
We
kick.
don't- Do we have a
That's
hero
a fin-
point? I totally don't want to. I
Pass
totally
we
don't want to
don't.
fail this.
Don't have any fucking hero points.
I'm gonna
we
make
don't
it. I'm
have
gonna use one.
Jack.
Where's a hero point? Give hero
I-
point. No,
I
chat.
mean,
Why is it
You
doing
can
this?
manifest one.
There we go.
Cass gave one at the beginning of stream.
There. I've manifested one myself. I'm
right.
re-rolling it. There we go. 48.
Okay, that's a success. You kick this dude, and he goes flying to the ground, unconscious. Obviously, already pretty sickly. And the other voices in the crowd start yelling, and you hear them say things like, "Traitors! Traitors in service to the false king! Guards! Guards!" And you see those two guards by the entrance are coming toward you.
I think we're being accused of treason, which seems a bit of an overreaction.
You guys are cutting in line.
Is
Oh,
that
guys.
treasonous?
The guards are coming after me. Just go in.
I-
I'll
we-
run over to another guest and give them a swift kick.
You should start kicking people?
What are you
I'm gonna start
doing?
kicking people. Dude, the
Okay.
guards are coming after me. They can go in.
God damn it, Jana. Okay, yeah. Jana starts kicking people in line, and these guards come over, and they're like, they sort of look. They don't say anything, but they have these inquisitive looks, and they go over toward Jana. Jana, they approach you, and they have their like halberds there, and one of them puts a hand on your shoulder.
All right. In this, while they're doing this, do you guys get
Mhm.
to go in? Do you guys go in then?
Can I
Give me
ask
a chance.
can I ask another question before we take action? Is this line moving at all?
Oh no,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
no.
I
And
kinda
you can ask
figured.
Erin that question. She's been in line for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Look, that's literally what I asked not to do, but it's our opening, so I'm just
Mhm.
gonna cut ahead. You can come too if you want, Anglerfish, Bug Lady,
And me.
Charlie.
Don't.
Who's Charlie?
Charlie. What are you doing out of your elevator?
Oh, you've seen through my disguise.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
You were the ones
truth
who
comes
brought me
out.
here in your magic flying boat. I want to make clear this is happening while Marianne is kicking people and being accosted by the guards.
Kicking people in the shins.
General Menace.
Uh-huh. And he says, "It's me." And he pulls off the mask. Charlie.
Don't gasp.
If you take him with us, I will kill him.
Soon to be a line
I'm in
for
a
that.
new kind of elevator all the way to the party at the palace.
Okay, well, why don't you wait for it? Bugly, you coming?
We're going inside? Yeah.
No, we're gonna wait
I feel
It
like
outside.
does seem like the gates are unguarded at the moment.
As I've already said once today, make a run for it?
I didn't hear you say that, but let's go.
I punched the guard who put his hand on me, I guess, while this is going on.
Sweet, make me an unarmed combat.
Oh no, another failure. Damn it.
Okay.
What is it?
The
80s?
guard pulls out a pistol and shoots you in the head.
I'm
Well, that's
sorry.
annoying.
What?
It's fine.
So that is a
Just turn it
5 under 40.
Like light switch.
2 points of damage. And actually, with that 5, that's a lethality. So Marianne's dead.
Okay.
Her brains
That happened.
burst against the gates and she falls dead. The guards turn and they see the rest of you
Hey, you.
walking toward the gate, and they say, and they like motion for you to stop, and one of them comes up and says, "Invitations."
Yeah.
My good man.
Hand him the invitation.
Which I assume
You
has
look-
a yellow sign on it. I don't know.
Probably somewhere. And he looks it over, and he pulls the gate open. This loud scraping noise as it sort of grinds in the metal against metal makes that loud squeal. And he gestures for you, Nicholas, to go ahead.
He holds his arm out to Thelma.
They hold their hand out to you, Thelma.
I present my my invitation, and I'm also already reaching for Nicholas's hand to just follow in.
Okay. And they check it, and they usher you forward. The two of you, the first one's through. You see that just up ahead, there is like a long table with more guards standing behind it. And as you get closer, the others start moving through. You show them invitations, Tommy, Anglerfish. And as you pass through, you realize this is a weapons check. And so they say, weapons.
Clean.
He looks at you up and down. How about a check of some kind, Colin? A little persuade check?
I mean, I don't have it. I don't think I'm not lying.
Okay, all right. If you're being honest,
I don't have any.
then don't worry about it. Yeah. And then
But I can.
he
make it sound
is.
good.
I mean, yeah, you do it anyway, and so he doesn't decide to pat you down or anything like that. Just sort of ushers you on through. What do the rest of you do when they ask for your weapons?
They didn't recognize me. I know that was one of my weird things.
Pardon?
They even like clock me as a person. I know my thing was I was sort of just very hard to be noticed.
They do, and you realize you really haven't had that issue as
Oh.
much since he came to Carcosa.
Yeah.
This one was useful.
But yeah, but they like gesture to the table and ask you to put your weapons down.
Put down, I guess, the irons I had on my back, and beyond that,
Hmm.
I think I just had the. Oh, I had the dynamite on me.
You did.
That was it went into the bag that's always getting crumpled up and faded away. So I don't know. I'll just like see if that pleases the court, so to speak.
What do you do with the? What do you do?
I put down the
The irons.
irons
You put
and
down
then
the
like,
dynamite.
it's on me. It's like I'm not like wearing it. Are they gonna pat me down or something?
You don't know. So that's it.
What else? You need anything else from me?
They look you over. I feel like another persuade check is good.
Yeah. I'm good at persuade, sorta.
That's a critical success. And so they say they wave you through.
could I with the critical be like, actually that's emergency response equipment. It doesn't technically classify as a weapon, if that counts. I mean, if there's a
They look-
fire, you might need it for an escape exit.
They look at you, and they look at the irons. If there's a fire, we'll bring it to you.
That's all I ask. Thank you so much. And I'm on my way before there's too much time for them to think about that.
How about Lonnie? How about Thelma?
I imagine I have like some kind of little like clutch purse or something. I'll open it and let them look in
Oh,
it.
the tiny-
and- No. That is hidden. That is hidden in one of like the many folds of my dress. That is very well hidden.
All right, so
Um,
here's what I'll need.
yeah.
Okay.
Can I use my
You can-
persuade?
Well, if you're gonna if you're hiding it, I'm going to ask for a stealth
Oh.
roll at plus 40
Cool. Okay.
because it's a very small. It's a very small flamethrower that you have. So whatever your stealth is, add 40.
Plus. Okay. My God,
Did you
Are you
fail?
kidding me?
that was a 99.
Holy
Oh my God.
fuck!
The 99. That's a fumble.
It accidentally
Um,
lights a little bit of my dress on fire as I'm actively like
yes.
I'm trying to hide it, and I accidentally bump into
Mhm.
it, and it like releases the little bit of lint that I had sticking in
Mhm.
between the trigger, and it lights a little hole in like one of the ruffles of my dress.
Nicholas just tries to quickly pat you. No! Oh.
They watch this happen, and then they like take the tiny flamethrower and they
Holding the
hand it
lighter
back
for
to
my
you.
friend is yeah.
It's a lighter.
Holding the lighter for my friend, she smokes. It was just, oh my gosh, I'm not good at carrying these things.
We can smoke in here, yeah? That's just...
They return it to you. They give it back to you.
Oh,
And
okay.
the punishment for that 99 fumble is that your dress doesn't look perfect anymore.
Oh.
My God,
Um,
no.
Yeah, I
The
know.
worst outcome.
So
Worse
here's a
than
fun
death.
question. Hey, Sam, feel free to tell me whatever you want. Does Erin have any weapons on her?
Yeah, she has a standard issue FBI firearm.
Yeah, of course. Of course she is.
It's like just putting guns on the table. And then like
Just
pulls out an
everything.
FBI hat out of nowhere. It's like
Yep.
goes on top.
And the rest of you, as you watch this happening, you realize that there is no reaction from the guards at the large number of weapons that Erin has on her. They don't seem to think this is a bad thing. They just want to keep them until after the party. And so they take them and they move them all away.
Almost
Usher you through.
Oh, I thought you were saying they're just like, yeah, those are weapons. Have a great time.
Pretty much. Well, it almost has that vibe. Like, it's not that they're not taking this job seriously. It's just that weapons, they're great. Carcosa is great.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, they're like, wow, pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard from a French guy we might need them, but
Gerard?
maybe.
Huh.
Did you meet Gerard?
Yeah, I think he exploded, though.
You guys are good at doing that to people since you left that one behind.
I think she seems
We'll
to
turn,
want-
and the queue has now started to form a little hump around Marianne's body.
I just think she's gonna be back.
I mean,
Doesn't seem people stay dead here. No?
I asked her not to die again, and you see how well that was received. So, at this point, I mean, she'll show up, and I'll let her know that that was not what I
In my
had planned.
defense, I wasn't actually planning on dying. I wanted to be cool and juke and get out of that, and then hand them my my invitation once you guys had moved on. But
Dice
you
tell
guys
the
were too
story,
slow,
man.
and then I got my head exploded.
Read through every Eldritch tome, and nah, I'd win.
You all almost all cross this long courtyard toward the main entrance of the palace. And as you enter, you look back and you realize that not only has the line reformed, but it hasn't moved at all. It's the same length minus 1 Erin that it was when you first arrived. As here at the palace in Carcosa, they're always waiting for the party to start. And will always be waiting, possibly. But maybe tonight changes that. But for the time being, the door opens.
Whoa.
Just gave me a
The
little.
palace. The palace inside is huge. It's bigger than Carcosa, for as little as that makes sense. The ballroom itself is vast, like the Hall of Versailles on crack. It is an ocean, and it's impossible for any of you to determine how many people are here, but it seems to be at capacity, which makes no sense if they just opened the gates. but it is jam-packed, full of people. And the longer that you look at it and try to get your bearings, you lose your place, or you get a little distracted, and all of the faces and masks and outfits are a repeating blur as the room sort of spins around you. It's hypnotic and fascinating and strange. At the far end of the room, you think you can make out. It's not quite a dais. It's more of what's the word? A beer. It's a large raised area, right, with like a long table or some sort of seating atop of it, and there is a group of people standing on this beer, and they are all surrounded by these golden lion guards. There's 2 women who are dressed in jeweled gold. There are 2 men who are wearing like military red and gold uniforms. And there are some older men who have like white robes, but they wear black masks. And the most striking part of this beer is there at the center of it is an empty golden throne. What do you do?
I know what I do.
Yes.
I look for the lady in blue.
All right. Tommy, you start looking around the room. Which way do you go?
Well, in and about, I guess.
Sure.
On the dance floor was where I saw her last.
Okay. You start wading through, and there is a dance happening here. It seems to be some sort of a waltz, but where waltzes, as Tommy knows, what little Tommy knows of waltzing, I don't know, is reliably in 3/4 time. This waltz that these people are dancing has no pattern or repetition. I mean, that's the essence of dance, right? Is that it repeats or it has some sort of rhythm to it. And the dance here is disjointed and strange. And as all of these people in their masks move past, Tommy, you have this urge to watch, stay, and be, and let them dance around you.
I'd like to ignore that if possible.
I mean, int times 5.
That is Tommy's entire experience in Carcosa summed up in a single.
Why do I have to be not smart?
Int times 5. You dummy.
97 for
97
45.
over 45.
Wow.
What does Nicholas do?
Nicholas grips.
Tommy has waded off into the crowd and was swallowed. You don't see him anymore.
I think as he's going, I'm gonna go find our girl.
And then he's gone.
And then he's gone.
I think Nicholas had his Nicholas had his arm around Thelma's waist, like walking.
Yeah,
in.
absolutely.
And,
I love that.
And like as Tommy disappears into the throng, he moves his hand from like the small of her back to her hand and grips on tight and says, "Whatever happens, please don't let go."
Wouldn't dream of it. And she's also holding on as if like she could lose you at any second.
Okay.
Can Anglerfish really awkwardly lean in?
Yes.
This has this third wheel.
I'd be insulted if you didn't.
Yes, please. Yeah, I think that there's like these lovely, if we think of it from a cinematic standpoint, there's these lovely tight close-ups of Nicholas taking Thelma's hand and holding it tightly, and their faces turning towards one another, and Nicholas's mouth in a whisper up against her ear, saying, "Don't leave me." And Thelma doing the same, and we see the same juxtaposition, and she says, "I wouldn't dream of it." And then Aaron. Just right up in there.
No notes.
No notes. No notes. Perfect. Oh, hello.
They call her Agent Abandoned for a reason.
They do.
Yeah.
Been called.
I
that
bet she'll
for a
let go of your
while.
hand first.
It's
But you guys should
like-
dance.
She'll look at Nicholas and kind of just like shrug.
Should we dance? And what are you going to do, anglerfish?
Dance.
Do you have a partner?
Yes, she does!
No.
Oh, Christ.
And in through the door
Oh.
Yay!
walks Charlie. Takes her by the hand, which is like up here.
He's this big.
It's very short. And leads her onto the dance floor.
This time I'm abandoning you.
I'm
already
gonna kill
did abandon
Charlie,
us.
Not. I'm gonna kill. By the way, Doc, I'm going to kill Charlie.
Jana.
Not my character. Jana, the player, is going to kill
Yeah,
Charlie.
yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense. Of course you are.
I'm just gonna run in there. I just run into Carcosa, run on the dance floor, and just kill an old man
Fucking
and leave.
whack.
So for the moment, Aaron and Charlie go off and start a little weird waltz. Sounds like this.
And it goes a little something like this.
What do Nicholas and Thelma do?
I think that, like, even with just the suggestion of dancing, even if it's just to take the position of doing so, but like still be trying to like look around the crowd, she will like kind of turn into Nicholas and like kind of assume the position, put her arm like around his shoulder, still holding on with her other hand. Just so you know, I wasn't called abandoned because I abandoned people. I was called abandoned because of my reckless abandon in stupid situations when I first started. I feel like I have to explain that. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I haven't been called that in so long. I'm just swaying.
I feel like if you're left out of my sight in here, I won't see you again, and I
I'll be
can't stomach that idea, so please.
I'll be right here, and she'll squeeze your hand, and just again kind of be swaying with whatever beat she thinks is happening in the music.
Whatever lack of beat is happening.
Yeah, whatever. In the moment, she'll be like, "I think I figured it out," and then like the next minute, she's like going the opposite direction that she was going in.
Sure.
It's like ska.
It's like ska.
The idea that we're dancing to ska is the funniest.
Waltzing to ska.
Waltz it, we're skanking.
Ska.
Perfect.
I'm glad I can do this.
Wouldn't
know,
have it
so-
any other way.
Okay, so what he does though,
Nicholas and Thelma, while you're out there. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, so what he does though is, it's really awkward because he has to use two hands, but he like switches, like holds hand. Okay, because he literally thinks if he lets go of her, like somehow she's gone. Is he
Yeah.
loosens his necklace. And pulls it off over his head. And then while they're dancing, he like takes it and just puts it on her.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, it's actually a magician. So here, just keep me with you, and I'll be with you the whole time. Just keep the magician around your neck. You'll be all right." And he like kind of tightens it so it almost comes up like a
Little
choker. Yeah.
While you two are dancing, I imagine you sweep one another out onto the floor.
Mm-hmm. And we start to
Start moving as best you can. Are you doing anything with, other than goo eyes? Are you making any other sorts of evaluations? Things, looking for anything or doing anything specific?
I think as we're like spinning, which I don't know why, but I picture we're just spinning a lot. I feel like everyone here's spinning. There's just a lot of spinning happening.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of spinning.
Oh, like stepping you can do. So you just sway, spin.
Hey, you guys did when listening to ska.
Yeah, everyone's skanking, and and I just feel like as they're like spinning, he's always looking over her shoulder, one in a kind of protective way, but then also like scanning like Abigail Wright. I mean, that's the thing we're here.
Yeah. The first issue at hand is that as you try to look through the crowd, it is a sense of both comfort and being stupefied by the movement, by the shifts, by the feeling of malaise and restlessness all at once. And so if either of you want to actively do anything other than dance forever, how about an int ×5 roll?
Oh boy. I'm so nervous for every fucking roll now. Luckily, Nicholas is really smart, actually, so...
And
I got
so
a
is
success.
Thelma, apparently, with a success.
Oh yeah, got
And a success.
Even smarter.
Yes. You start scanning the crowd, and you are looking up and down between people. You see that at the edges of the dance floor, at the edges of the procession, there are like sculptures here and there, and paintings, and it's not long and it's not surprising before you realize that all of these sculptures and paintings are things that you know. There is a sculpture of your roommate, Nicholas. There is some sort of painting of like a computer circuit board, and the circuits all form the face of your brother, Thelma, and all of them are tied together because, of course, everything is tied together. But if you'd like to look for Abigail, that would be a alertness check or a search check. I think search is probably best, but I would be open to other arguments.
I'll do an alertness. I failed so many alertness checks throughout this game that I've gotten better at it.
All right.
You
failed that one, though.
Good enough. Yep.
You did fail that one. Yep,
Sure
you
did. Yep.
Thelma, you got any searching? You got it.
Yep.
3,566.
Yep.
All right. You continue to dance, and Thelma, your alertness, it doesn't betray you, and you don't see Abigail here, but then you do see something. Where on the edges of the crowd, you're first hit with a smell of human decomposition and cinnamon mingled together, as from what you thought was a curtain, this long scabbed hand surrounded by tattered robes reaches out. You don't need to roll or to do anything to know that this is the king, who isn't here yet. But they reach out and touch one of the dancers, and you watch this person unravel. you watch them rot and spoil and dissolve into ash in about 5 seconds. And as you see that, you're just like sort of struck with this feeling of dismay and intensity. And Thelma, I need you to roll me a sanity check. As you just see his hand, just his backside, like Moses on the mountain, and it's enough to rock you to your core. That's a fumble.
Yep.
No.
As there's so
No.
many.
Where's the
Don't
hero
let
point?
go.
We have one more hero
We have
point.
one.
Hero points. Come on.
I mean, I'm gonna fail it either way. It would just be not.
Yeah,
a
but
fumble.
maybe.
Yeah.
But a fumble's really bad.
Yeah, fumble's bad. Reroll it. We're at the
Okay.
towards the end.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's worse.
100.
Oh my god! No!
Oh,
We rolled
goodbye.
20 really like, happy ever who? Self-indulgent what?
Hey, guess what? Yeah,
For those of
cheated
you
on
watching
your
at home,
husband.
That's a reroll to a 100 over 24. Thelma, we're not really working in a turn order here, but you're frozen in place, staring at that spot where the hand was. The dance just screeches to a halt, as you almost feel like you have to drag Thelma, or she's gone limp, boneless. But she's staring at that spot. In mechanical terms, for 6 rounds, you can't do anything. Meanwhile, Marianne, what do you do?
I'm going to, despite the fact that he's going to get very angry with me about this, I'm going to grab the shoulder of Tommy.
A hand reaches out and shakes you back to consciousness.
What the? Oh, jeez. Oh.
Sorry, I had to kind of lay hands on you.
How long was I standing there?
Time doesn't matter, but longer than you probably wanted. I
Alright.
can't give you an exact time. I'm saying longer than you wanted.
No, I know. Just getting stuck in these fucking loops. Gotta.
Yeah, I know. I figured you wanted to be out of it.
Don't die. Stop
It
it.
wasn't. I wasn't trying to. I was gonna hand them my invitation, but then I got my head blown off, so.
You punched a guard. Or tried to, at least.
I was a little bit fighty. It happens. You think I gotta get free coffee after like 10 deaths or something? I'm like working my way up there. Kidding, kidding, it was a joke.
Live. And I'm looking like, help me find Abigail Wright.
Okay.
How about a search roll from either of you?
Can it be for
Or both.
both of us?
Both would be fine.
I am not good at search. I'm definitely not good at search. Wow,
Oh,
It's a failure for
94s.
Tommy. And a pair of 94s. You guys
There
are
is.
Nice.
Hold on. We did get
We have one more hero
one more
point, I
hero
think.
point. What,
Okay,
so-
who's going to use
But
it
you
though?
roll it. He's
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
use
Should be
it.
Tommy.
I'm just gonna use it.
40 under 65.
Success. That's what we're talking about. The music starts to fade a little. The current song, it doesn't stop, it just decreases in volume. And you don't even know where it's coming from. Don't see a string quartet anywhere. You can hear it. And the crowd of people all start to part. A little, they move aside, and for maybe a split second, you're worried that they're making way for the king. But instead, you notice a few things. You have a clear view of that bier with the royal family. They're all standing atop it. There's that empty golden throne. But there, on the wall next to them, is something that you haven't seen for a long time. It's a clock. And it says 11 o'clock. Now, if any of these people had read The King in Yellow, they would know what happens at midnight. But only one person here has. And she's currently dancing with Mr. Sexy Fun Times. That aside, the other thing that you notice is that standing in front of the bier, in a long blue dress and a mechanical cat mask, is Abigail Wright. And when the party sort of moves aside so the line of vision opens up, you see her standing alone with this dour look on her face. But as she sees the two of you, you can see that below the mask, her face breaks into a smile. And she starts to run in your direction. Thelma, you shake yourself out of it. You lose 6 points of sanity. You also walk away with this lingering knowledge that an indirect view of the king was painful, like looking at the sun.
Okay. I hate that I'm about to ask this, but what happens right now if I reached a breaking point?
You reset your breaking point. So it's readjusted, and you have a new one.
How do I do
I'll
that?
keep track of how many breaking points you've gone through.
Okay.
And I have been.
Well, that's one more.
How do I reset my breaking point and
It is current sand minus power.
Yeah.
Damn,
Which means it's not a big
Willpower.
number.
Oh, okay.
It's a small
Well, oh,
number.
Current power? I only have 2 for current power for some reason, so my
that
next
willpower?
breaking point,
Well,
yeah.
There's just POW. Is that just your...
Oh, it might just be
Willpower
power.
points. Oh, POW? Okay.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah.
14. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Oh, that's, well, hopefully I don't get down to poor sanity points anytime soon. She'll snap out of it. She's still holding on to Nicholas, but she...
Was she, like, just gone for a while there?
Yeah, like, well, I mean, literally wasn't moving.
Oh, I think when
And-
you go to, he's, like, panicking.
Her eyes are just wide, and I think as soon as she finally can move again, she's actively trying to pull you as far away from where she saw the hand as possible.
Whoa! Whoa. Are you okay?
We can just die in an instant here. I can't let that happen.
Okay, let's go. Let's move then.
And she'll just pull you away, and like, even if we do kind of get to the point where we want to just like start dancing again or something, you'll realize she just doesn't have that same, like, she kind of is looking around more. And like, she's trying not to look at that one spot, but she's like keeping an eye out.
Nicholas puts a hand, like, on her cheek and, like, turns her face, like, toward his. What happened? What did you see?
hand that just automatically brought death to somebody nobody even noticed. I mean, did you? There's not like a crowd over there about somebody fainting. Someone is just gone.
I didn't see anything. You would just.
How does
you
that
would
just happen
everyone-
here?
We are at the point of creation and uncreation. We have created something, and we can lose it just as quickly.
I know time doesn't exist here, but I need more than what we've had so far.
Me too, but this is the only way that we ever get more time. If we can get out, if we can get through, then we can have all the time we want. But I would rather, honestly, just be back in a room full of creepy mannequins, just making time go really slowly because we're thinking about it. That would be better.
We do. How do we get out? If we can't go back, then how do we just forge ahead and have this all be behind us? And just go back, just go forward to go back, but go somewhere other than here.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. He gives her a kiss on the cheek.
Sir, and time again slows. And as you pull away, both of you are taken by the hand by another party goer trying to cut in and pull you onto the dance floor.
Always just gonna be in Nicholas's, so I'm gonna probably try to like. Am I getting choppy?
You're fine.
No,
Okay.
Alright.
you're role playing.
my yeah.
Time keeps slowing down, so.
Time is slowing down and my computer isn't able to keep up with the constant changing. If someone else is trying to grab my hand, I'm either pulling away or just holding on tighter with the other hand that like is grabbing Nicholas.
He grips her hand and says, "Don't you dare."
Trying
We
not
pause
to-
that right there. That's just a fun place to leave that moment. As somebody, a native of Carcosa maybe, are trying to pull you apart. Sam, what's Aaron doing?
I'm dancing with an amazing dancer.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps telling you about his dolls that he wants to show you at his apartment.
That's fun.
Yes, I've got the big ones. I've got little ones. One of them's a mailman.
Hold on, Charlie. As amazing as that sounds, let me level with you for a moment.
Okay.
She like leans in or leans down.
He puckers up.
Have you ever seen a spy movie?
I've only seen one movie, and it had pirates.
Right. Do you remember at the beginning of that movie when
Yes.
they're searching the town trying to
Yes.
find? Mm-hmm.
They were in jail. The two men were in jail. And they had to look in a place called Tortuga.
Right. I was trying to think of where that should go, but I lost it.
Okay.
But I have a task for us that I think that we can succeed on.
Yes. What is it?
We need to find. He's hard to see sometimes. It's not Agent. It's not Agent Altruism.
Which?
I think he
Is it
talks
one of-
about Sauce a lot. I can't.
Oh, the
remember.
fireman.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
name is Mr. March.
Mr. March.
Yes.
I think he's a plant.
No, I think he's a fireman.
No. Oh, because so in a hostage situation, sometimes they put a plant in with the hostages.
You think he's a plant?
Yeah. And I think he's
Let's-
keeping everyone from going on.
So here's the thing.
Mhm.
Sam, you don't know this because you haven't been a part of the show yet this season. To manifest something happening in Carcosa, there's two ways of doing it that we've been doing, which is to roll beneath 5 times your corruption level. Your corruption's at a 10 and will always be at a 10 forever and ever. So you have to roll under 50. Or if you want to go in a specific direction, you have to fail at a sanity check, which you are guaranteed to do because your sanity is 0. So,
Is it?
Who knows? So, what I'm saying is, no matter what, we can find Tommy for you. Well, Charlie was going to lead you off through the crowd, but is there something you want to do first?
No, I want to find Tommy.
Okay, off you go
He's a
toward
plant.
the royal family's upraised bier. But meanwhile, back near that very bier, this figure in blue with a smile across her face is running in slow motion toward Marianne and Tommy. And when she reaches you, you realize, both of you, that she's resplendent. She rushes to you and pulls you aside toward a curtained area. And as she does, she says, Tommy, Marianne, oh my, you did. And she leads you over towards this secluded area behind some curtains.
I take it you're Abigail?
Yeah. Sorry, you're Abigail. How the hell do you know us?
Well, I mean, of course. No, I don't want to play that game. I know who you are because I'm the reason you're here. I just know. I knew that someone would come looking for me, and first it was Dexter and Leanne and Michael. His name wasn't Michael. Agent Michael.
Name was Chance.
Yeah, I know. How did you know his name? She says. And she says, she like looks to the side and pauses for a moment. And she starts crying. And she says, I'm so sorry.
Why?
She's feeling guilty. You were feeling guilty before too, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, for what?
For being the reason that you're here.
I don't believe. I mean, unless you did this by choice, which I assume you didn't.
We all make choices. I mean, it's neither here nor there. The fact is, if I hadn't gone to that bookstore with my dad and bought that book from that Robert man, and
Triple deck.
you might not be what?
Robert.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm sorry, and you don't have to believe that I have something to be sorry for. But I'm
Well,
sorry.
I don't think it matters at this exact moment. What we need to do is figure a way how to get out.
Yeah, we got you.
So,
Now we can all
how
get
do we
out
get
of
out?
here. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. You need to leave. And she looks at the two of you with this, like, earnest look in her eyes. And she says, you need to leave. You need to get out of this place before the king comes.
Okay, how?
Well, it's not easy. Nobody's done it. They haven't had many people here except for us. Ever. Most people here are just repeating. We're the only humans, so I've never seen it done. I'm open to suggestions.
Okay,
Did
well, you were given your. I mean, Tommy gave you the vial, right? Your vial.
Oh yeah. Did you ever get any of that Patsu?
She has a confused look across her face. Says, Patsu.
Vial of red.
I was being. I was being chased by a big clown.
I thought that was a dream. I remember seeing you running through a dark space, and you were like across a chasm from me. And I thought I was just imagining it. I didn't get it. I don't know what I would do with it.
Okay, well,
I
never
guess-
mind. That's not a way out then.
Well, I mean, we could talk to the other person here,
Who's that?
JC.
Don't we have his bottle?
We do, but I think Nicholas has it.
Okay.
You realize, as this conversation goes on, she keeps looking nervously back at the royal family and at the clock,
Is the clock
which is
progressing?
now 11:15.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
That can't be good.
All right. Should we Scooby do this? You go find Magical Mystery Man and his wonderful assistant, and
Who's that directed toward?
sorry, talking to Marianne here. And then I point at you, and we stick together and figure out any other next steps. We find ourselves an author.
I think maybe if different plan. I'm not very good at finding people, if you haven't noticed. It gets very blurry, honestly, and I can't differentiate people from afar.
Both steps I got.
Yeah.
Both steps I got to
There-
finding people. So.
I'm sorry, but there's other ways to find people. I mean, you could focus on it, concentrate on it.
Well,
this
yes,
place, in this place, you are what you believe yourself to be.
Yes, but there's something else I would rather do. I need your plastic bag.
I give you the plastic bag.
Thank you. I'll find you. And I'm going to sneak away.
If
I'll
that
have to
goes over my
Reserve
head,
some sandwiches.
and if that goes over my head, I'm gonna go like this and pull it tight, and you just poke a hole right here where my mouth is.
No,
It'll be open.
see-
No. I'm not saying that to you. He's
You're
saying it to
not
Abigail.
there.
He's-
Oh.
He's saying it to Abigail, right?
And she sort of nods, and in that moment, it's just the two of you. And she pulls off her mask. And she's beautiful. And she says, "You know she can't go."
I'm sorry.
It would be hard enough to get you and Nicholas and Thelma out of here, but Marianne's gone. She's like one of us now. She repeats.
I'm sorry. You said you're also a person here.
I'm alive. I shouldn't have said us. I mean, she gestures toward the crowd.
Okay. So, not acting like one.
I'm sorry if it seems unkind. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to say that there's only one way that the impossible happens here. And that's when the king is present. And you don't want that.
Right.
I just don't want... I've already caused you enough problems.
Stop apologizing. I need you to, like, be an objective guide here. Because you were able to navigate the crowd a lot easier than anyone else. So,
Yeah.
we're all getting out of here. That means all of us. So, I need you on my side here advising me. You already said JC, right? We're gonna go find him. We're gonna deal with whatever JC's got, which is, I guess, bottle. We were told that was important.
You have his bottle?
Yeah, it doesn't mention. Okay, yeah. That's why we're gonna go find Nicholas.
She jumps in the air
Ooh, my God.
and she says, okay, your chances just improved. And she grabs you by the hand and kisses you on the cheek and pulls you out onto the dance floor. And there you run into Aaron and Charlie. Hello!
Hi.
Fate worse than death.
Party people!
It's dancing time.
Yeah.
Would you like to dance with me? And he takes Abigail by the hand. She doesn't seem like she knows what to say.
Yeah, sorry. We're busy. We're gonna dance in a direction that is not here, unfortunately.
Oh, goodness, Aaron! Did you hear that, Aaron? They can't stay and dance with us.
They said they were dancing in a different direction, so we could dance in that direction together.
Then we would all just be walking.
Yeah, well, you know.
But yes. All right, here we go, everyone. A 1 and a 7 and a Toyota. And he starts dancing in that direction.
Great. So, where were we going, Abigail?
You're dancing with Abigail now.
Mm-hmm.
How's your score in dancing?
Oh, his art skills are nil, but he is nimble. He's got I have a 14 times 5 dexterity, so he can move.
Okay.
It's not coordinated, but I don't think anything is here.
She leads
Thank God.
and takes you across the floor as the music stops being creepy and weird and starts becoming ballroom music again. There we go. And you sort of move out across the floor, and it strikes you as familiar. There's something equivalent here to you in that boat descending through a sea of clouds. It's vast, and you don't know where the end is. But she's leading you on like your duck boat captain out onto the dance floor. And off you go. What's Marianne doing with that bag?
I'm going to try to see if I can get up to that throne and set us up the bomb.
Okay. Fantastic.
Frenchman
You
gave us
approach-
dynamite.
That beer, you start moving in that direction. And once again, there are 8 people up there, and there's a row of about a dozen guards standing in front. Each of them with those hooked halberds and the pistols. And as you stand there, you're sort of like off to the side, and up against one of those the curtains, you know. And when a hand reaches out to touch you, make me a dodge check. If you fail this,
Success, 32.
you move away and you leave in your wake this, first of all, smell of cinnamon and rotting flesh. And this hand covered in scabs retreats back into the curtain, and it becomes a curtain again. I do want a sanity check for you real quick there.
That's probably not gonna make it. Let's see. Yep, failure. 60 above 45, so it wasn't the worst failure.
No, it's not that
That's
bad.
okay.
I gotta check really quick. You lose 1 point of sanity from the unnatural.
Fair enough.
And so you're faced there with the beer, looking up at it. I want to check in one more time. We gotta bring this in for landing. Next week, all of this is going to pop.
Pop off.
Thelma and Nicholas, you're being pulled out from both sides. How do you want to get out of this? I mean, these people are not muscling you to this floor, but you could easily just yank your hands away, probably. Although that might cause a ruckus. Describe what happens.
Oh boy.
Would a simple no thank you suffice? Or
With a persuade check, yeah.
Yeah, I think try to be polite and oh no,
try not to
thank you.
cause a scene in the middle of everything?
Already taken, thank you.
And they sort of look at you and they say,
I
Oh
hate
my
your money.
God.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh my god!
it's
You
a
guys are
fumble
gonna
from
be
Lonnie.
dancing?
Lonnie's third fumble of the day?
Yep.
Second?
Yep.
And
No, third, because it was a 77, then 100, and then
Okay.
another 77. So Roll20 specifically hates me.
and that's a fail for me, which is shocking because I have a fucking 70 in persuade.
Abandoned.
Happening.
Maybe you
The room
guys just really want to
spins
dance.
around you, and
Oh fuck.
you
I mean,
are
we're-
pulled apart from one another, and not by strength or by muscle. You are pulled apart by some sort of entropic, gravitational force as you move away, and you find yourselves losing your bearing. You're getting lost inside this strange, swirling, spinning environment. And when you emerge and you're able to get your heads together, the two of you are in very different places. And here's what you see. Nicholas, you see a line, another line. This time it's indoors. And it is lined up, leading to a divan, like a fainting couch, with a table in front. And seated at the table is a woman with a long, black, tattered shawl and a veil over her face. And in her hands is a deck of golden cards. And one by one, these people come to her, and she is reading the cards for them. Lonnie, Thelma is wandering for a moment until eventually you come across a strange sight. A man with what looks like a suitcase, but a thick, bulky one, with speckled green sides and a wooden handle. It looks old, like by your standards, 1940s, 1930s. And he has this raven mask on, and it's a robotic, animated, clockwork raven mask. And he's pacing back and forth, talking to no one, but having a conversation. At that same time, Perk, you and Abigail and Charlie and Aaron emerged in the same location. And Abigail looks at this man in the raven mask and says, "There." And all of the sounds in the room fall silent, and she says, "The author." And that's where we're going to end this week's episode. Next week, we'll be back with the finale of the series. Fewer fumbles, possible escapes. Abigail thinks it's possible. More shenanigans, maybe. More Charlie?
No.
Bet. You bet. Also, stay tuned
Not
for the
that
new
bad.
series with me and Sam. Our new series, Aaron and Charlie, premiering next week on
Canceled
Netflix.
after one episode.
On Netflix.
Whoa! 2 seasons!
Oh boy! Oh
So
boy!
wholesome.
So much happening. Did you guys like my J.J. Abrams sounds for when the king does stuff?
Yeah, I thought that was very J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. It's very Cloverfield. What's the one with the Inception? Hey, thank you, chat, for being here today. We love you. We hope that you'll come back next week and join us as we put this thing to rest for good or for ill. It's a horror game, and it's rough. So we'll see what happens. But we hope that you can return and join us again. Let's go around one more time. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, anything else that you've got going on, and just give me some happy thoughts or something like that. Let's start with Sam, because Sam didn't get to do the intros. Hi, Sam.
Hey, I was hiding earlier.
You were. It was very mysterious.
I'm still mysterious. It wasn't
so
that I wanted to
mysterious.
skip intros, so hide myself. I don't need to do outros.
I was sorry. I need to talk first because I give good warm fuzzies. Having that conversation with you and Charlie was a joy, and just like the two of you dancing together, two incredibly crazy people, as you tried to convey to Charlie what being a spy is, and he just wants to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, which, just so you know, is the only movie they have, the Hotel Broad Albin, and the only one he's ever seen, and that was just lovely. I thought it was a lot of fun and a lot of silliness. But go ahead and tell us who you are, what you've got happening, and anything else we need to know.
You don't need to know much. I'm Sam. I played Erin Maynard tonight. A woman of many but few words. Not really. I don't think she's getting out of here. I don't think she wants out of here. And goal is to convince everyone else they don't want out of here.
Yeah. Aaron's gonna be here till midnight when the masks come off.
Yeah.
Yay.
You can't find me anywhere doing anything. I'm Sammy Scribbles on the Blue Sky. I have a website that I don't do anything with, so you'll just have
You're
to
really
like,
selling it here, Sam.
I'm selling it. I mean, if you go follow like cool TTRPG channels like High Shelf Collective or like Entry Emporium, there's a whole bunch out there. You'll find other cool people, not me though.
But your advice for people is to find people cooler than you.
There's
Good luck.
5 other people on here.
Well, I'm gonna say you're pretty cool, and it was great getting to hug you this weekend at PAX U. That was a lot of fun at PAX Unplugged. Do you remember that? We met
All
in
right.
person.
As
Oh
I
my god. Ugh.
can confirm Doxa does have ankles.
I do have ankles, and they're fabulous. Let's go over to Turk. Turk, Tommy What's Tommy's impression of Abigail?
It's like holy shit! I
Was it
finally
what you expected?
Kinda. In a lot of ways, yeah, but I think it's like he's worked his entire way in here, and now he's kind of like, all right, and now we leave, and it's like, can't go the way back we came, and it's kind of like, all right, well, you clearly know what you're doing, so
She's trying to help, and it's genuine, and
he's concerned about the lack of eye talk that she uses when mentioning escape.
hero point.
Yay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I like that. Turk, you're fabulous as always. And I mean, I could just cite the first half of the show for everybody in the cast, but it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Should I do some?
Talk about yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but make me want it. Sell it.
Well, hey there.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Lonnie.
You like what you see? I have some good news. I don't do it as often anymore, but I do it special for you. If you want to see more of what I do, of course you could shoot me a follow and see what pops up on social media. Or you can keep it locked right in here, because next week, 7 whole days of waiting. But I know you would want to wait. It's better when you wait, right? Be the finale episode. I'll be there. You'll be there. I'll be finishing this together. Beyond that, that makes you wanna more beyond that. 3D. I'm over on Neon Lights Roleplay. I run those games. I'm in charge. So, follow the schedule over there. Make sure you follow the excellent people you see on your screen. Follow the excellent people you see on your screen here while you're doing all that too.
You're just like, yeah, if you want more than that, you little slut.
Basically. Anyway.
You're so greedy. Okay. All right. Let's all take a breather there. Thanks, Turk.
Nice.
Really
You got us
great.
all flustered.
Happy here as always. The entire cast is broken. Let's go over to Colin. Colin, save me.
Do that after that. Oh,
Hmm?
I can't go again, baby. It's too soon. Oh, what? What do you want?
Oh, you're great. The whole thing was great. The whole show. There's a smooch and
It was a smooch.
all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, that was really cool. Like the. Well, I really liked hugging you. That was cool. I got to hug you recently, so that was pretty sweet.
That was right. Yeah. I didn't say I got to hug Turk because I haven't hugged Turk in months, and it's outrageous. But yes, Colin and I hugged, and I gave him a little smooch.
Awesome, little smooch. Yeah, we hugged. And then I came on here and did a virtual a make believe smooch.
Oh,
It is a thirsty week around here.
you came everywhere.
You can't say that while drinking something. You can't say I came everywhere while drinking. No, that was really good though, man. Like I haven't done okay, so I forgot. I've done 3, count them, 3 streamed romance plot lines ever. 2 of them were wearing this jacket. But there was a third one I forgot about because it like was my character falling in love with this other character and then telling that character in the finale and the other character in the finale saying, sorry, I'm gay, and therefore can't. That was the final twist of that. Yeah. It was really funny. Kat, if you're out there, great, you did a great job of that. That was amazing. I had so much fun doing that. But yeah, dude, I'm such a hoe for like just romance. I love a good romance plot. It's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I'm super basic, and yeah, Lonnie and I have been like furiously messaging each other behind the scenes.
You've been furiously what?
Messaging
Oh,
We were just like, no,
Bad
it
word
can't."
to get a little bit tongue-tied on.
It was a
Mhm.
bad word to get tongue-tied.
Furiously massaging each other. What? No.
no, seriously, masturbate.
Yeah. It's just so good. It's so good, and Lonnie's a really, really good. Not it takes a special person to be a good like romance plotline partner because like
Mm,
Lonnie's so good at the same thing that we have a similar skill set, which is that you're really good at the talking with subtext of the like we're talking about this
Tiptoeing
thing,
around,
but we're not really talking about this thing, and you're so
I
good
got
at
good
it.
news.
Thing
That's
right
what I
here.
that's how I
It's
flirt in real
talking about
life.
my marriage. Oh.
Right. Let's talk about your
Hey.
marriage for no reason. Yeah. You're really, really good at that. So like we really fed off of each other really well of the like, let's just dance around this thing. It was just super fun.
It was
and I hope they don't both die. But it was pretty devastating getting them ripped apart at the end.
I mean, if I was an evil GM, which I'm not, I'm a generous GM who's stuck with a horrific campaign setting. If I were an evil GM, I'd make you choose.
What?
Choose what?
Which one of you makes it out?
Highlander rules.
But I guess you'll have to wait till
Can
next
only
week to
be
find out
one.
if that's what I do.
Abandoned.
There's a lot of great cinematic moments this week, and the hands and the close-ups and Aaron. It was really nice. Some good camera work this week. Colin, you're a dream and a joy, and you exceed all expectations when you are met in real life, which is to say you're you, and that's fabulous. You're not pretending to be anyone else. Thank you for being that way. Who's next up? It's Jana. Jana, you died again.
Hi.
You got shot.
Yeah, that keeps happening. That's a thing. I'm just gonna keep dying.
I mean,
That
you
sounds
went.
good.
You love it. You love kicking the big red button. This is Sparta. This is Sparta button kick. Boom.
Listen, her knee-jerk reaction is to kick the first step.
And as we all know, knee-jerk reactions are the best.
It's just how I'm operating. I gotta say, I am really glad I decided to not try to pursue Nicholas because I do not think I could do the romance plot nearly as well as those two are doing right now. So I'm glad
would
I
have
didn't
been
try.
just fine. Either way.
No, I don't. Not with Marianne. Not with Marianne. But maybe in a different character I could, but not that. So that's a me.
That's you. You want to talk about salty waifus?
Oh,
You draw
yeah,
things on a stream.
I mean, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that many people watch me. Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, my friend and I do Salty Waifus Chat and Draw, where we just chat about whatever and we draw. It's on my Twitch channel, which is also at Cyberella Draws.
Awesome. We love you and appreciate you. And the art in the Discord of Aaron's formal wear is pretty great.
I'm working on it now. There's some Beatles now.
Very good. I also want Charlie in formal wear framed on my wall.
No.
He's a quail. Finally, down the line, Lonnie, you're amazing. You're fabulous. And not many people, myself included, could go toe to toe with Colin in a roleplay scene that well. And so, chef's kiss. And I hope that you had as much fun with that as it seemed like we were all having. So, what's going on, Lonnie? When do I get pierogies in the mail?
Making them this weekend. I'll see what
Okay.
I'll see what it takes to mail
Mail
perishable
pierogies.
goods in the mail. I gotta figure out, like
Do I just need to get a
freezer
ticket to PAX
packs
East so I
and-
go to Boston and then okay?
yes.
Okay.
If you do that, I will make you a batch of pierogies personally.
Okay, great.
Like
Deal.
just for
Done.
you, not even a taste test one. Like everything
The
for
big
you.
bowl of pierogies on my lap.
Listen, my recipe calls for 5 pounds of potatoes. You will get plenty.
Nein und Qualitätskontroll.
Okay, one just to make sure they're good for Doc. Just to make sure they're
Qualitätskontroll.
What is that, bro? Why is that doing?
I'll send it. I'll send the video.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Lonnie, is there anything you'd like to share with everyone?
Well, I mean, first of all, I need to obviously give credit where credit is due, of course, first of all, I've also only really had like 2 romance scenes on stream that I've done,
And we're
and they've
both
been
here.
with people in this stream right now. So that just honestly
mhm.
goes to show not only how amazing of role players both of you are, but also
Yeah.
how comfortable I am in this group, because I didn't really have a lot of like romance scenarios in the past. So the fact that I'm able to sit there and feel comfortable, and like Colin and I have been messaging to make sure everything is above table and we're doing everything we want to be fulfilling and everything, and it's just like it just feels so good to have that kind of trust. So I appreciate both of you. But yeah, also at the
Means the
same
world.
time, like it also sucks because now I'm just so like actually physically responsive to like being yanked
The
away
bleed
from
is
this
real.
right now.
Mhm,
Um
mhm.
so I'll be feeling that for a while, but
Yeah.
I'm just in a whirlwind, but this has been really, really great, and I'm
I
hoping
hear ya.
please don't let things end terribly, horribly, badly for everything next week. But obviously,
Mhm.
for the story, we'll do it for the story. But
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt so bad.
it's gonna.
It's not going to hurt as much as it hurts me to do it to you.
I think you're having fun with this.
I'm not actually. I love this. Here's the thing: is I started running this campaign, and also, hi, it's me, Doc Rembo, your handler. I'm a Doc Rembo on Blue Sky. I'm the Doc Rembo. I also Doc Rembo around Doc Rembo Town, and that doesn't mean anything. I'm just talking now for the sake of talking. But I forget what I was going to say.
About how brutal this campaign is and how you started.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
yeah,
you're
yeah,
reading
yeah.
it, writing it.
It's such a brutal campaign. The reason I started running Delta Green is because I wanted to run more horror games. I was talking about this before. Like, I want to be better at being mean and doing the cruel thing and doing the consequences. And it's very difficult for me because I want everybody to flop into a cuddle puddle at the end and give smooches. Like, that's my dream ending, you know? But it's not the dream ending of The King in Yellow. So, who knows? Come back and join us next week. We might have some people unraveling. We
That
might
came
have
really
even
close,
worse.
didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I almost got hit by
That was almost Jana doesn't come back next week. So that's that. And we'll see how this all plays out. I gotta tell you, I already know that some of this stuff is gonna be juicy and delicious. Sam, can you come back next week?
I'll keep you on your toes.
Okay, thank you.
It's a yes,
Keep
though.
us posted and keep us on toast. Everybody else, we might be doing a raid. Who knows? Stick around, and you'll find out once we start raiding. In the meantime, take care of each other, and don't forget to eat your vegetables. Bye.